Wait, what tab should I have this on? Oh, definitely that one. Yo, 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 yo! What is up? Vape Nation. It's 1 a.m. Cry about it. Dude, I've been out all day today. I did a bunch of shopping. Shopping as in I bought protein powder. And that was it. Yeah, have you seen the Charlie Kirk stuff? Immediately. Not even a minute live. Immediately. Jesus, chat is active. What the hell? I should be on like 5 viewers. Let me go to bed. I promise you, while I'm here in Australia, I will never have a consistent sleep schedule. I promise. Oh, watch server blight? True. They did a new one, didn't they? Let's have a look. Is that new? 2 weeks ago already? Why is that so deep fried? I watched half of it? I don't remember watching it. Did I watch this? No, I definitely didn't watch this. Weird. Why does the Time Splitters 2 music go so hard? What's that funny sounding one? Is it this one? Yeah, this one's cinema. Why did you give up on Silksong? Because the game is like 30 hours long. And I don't know. I saw a couple of streamers kind of give up on it. Critical gave up on it. I saw RT Game as well, the Irish guy. And he had like... His Reddit were like kind of cannibalizing him because he was like complaining a lot, which I think you're going to in a game like that. Thank you, Ark Doggo, for the 22 months. Thank you, Jasper, for the 24. Thank you, Titus, for the 18. Oh yeah, thanks for changing the title, Puppy. Appreciate it. I mean, I'll be honest, man. I've been playing. There's this game I've been playing off stream. Kronos. It's so good. I know Charlie's streaming it right now, but it's so good. I'm enjoying that a lot more than Silksong. I mean, I could stream that at some point because there is a new game plus and it unlocks a hard mode. Thank you, Raven, for the 14. Thank you, Kitsune, for the 10. Why did your dono not play? What's up with that? Hang on, let me try and refresh the dono.
I hope your stream goes well, Pyro. Also, have you taken a look at Luto the horror game yet?
Is there something wrong with my XLR? You sound quiet. Hang on. No, it's broadcast stream mix, isn't it? Why don't I see that? System, does that work? Hang on. I'm about to get my ears blown out, aren't I? Let me make sure this works.
Oh my good lord, it's too late for me.
There we go. Yeah. Okay.
East coast of horrible
it was literally just I had the wrong setting on my my Windows.
Pyro. Also, have you taken a look at Luto the horror game yet?
Luto the horror game. What's that? Something that's been suggested before.
You should try Uncanny
Oh, I
Cat
remember
Golf.
this.
It's a really cool itch.io title.
Uncanny Cat Golf. I just know that's a horror game. Uncanny Cat Golf. Okay, we might try that. We might try that. But today, unfortunately, we are back to reacting. It sucks. I know. It sucks. We watch videos and then we say something and we go on a side quest for 20 hours. But you know what I need to play that I haven't yet? This. I have to play this at some point. If I don't do it today, I'll do it tomorrow. I have to play Ban Ban. Bro, this went under the radar so much. No one on Steam has this game, by the way. No one on my friends list. And no streamer I know has actually, like, played it. Oh, I'm going to have fun with that one.
Hey, Pyro, been a fan since Postal 2, but I want to ask, in your Half-Life 3 video, around 3650, did you play a song from Cole Audio Solutions? They made an OST for a game called Kenshi, so wondering, are you a fan of the game or just like the music?
Probably just a fan of the music. I'll use a lot of video game music that I don't actually play. The only thing I know about Kenshi is Seth the Scene Tac did a review on it. Also, before we do the react, Andy, I need to find my phone. I gotta show you guys something here. This is awful. So my Instagram right now is just absolutely beyond cooked. It is beyond cooked. So I had this come up on my feed. You can guess what it is. We can guess what it is. We can immediately guess what it is. The Helldivers. It is like...
Charlie Kirk clearly died of a fent overdose. I don't know what you're all
Thank you, Henry, for the
about.
10. But this shit is inescapable. And also, why is the China flag on her back? Don't say Pyrocynical about this. I hate that fucking Incredible Gassy meme. I hate that so much. Dude, The Incredibles is making such a comeback now as well, like with memes and stuff. Pyrocynical, I know he's here, just obviously talking about me. But I wanna show you guys something, right? I have open DMs on Instagram, and I don't know how to turn them off. So many people keep adding me to these unfunny group chats. Like, okay, here's one here, right? Here's one here. Stupid fucking retards, fuck you, wants to send you a message. That's a nice one. That's a nice one. Right, this one's great. Like, why is this not banned, by the way? I'm not even reading this one out. I'm not even reading that one out. Like, I do not like, there is zero moderation on Instagram. There is absolutely none. I keep being spammed constantly with these unfunny, zero comedy group chat names. I swear to God, I will keep... You know what I'll do? I'm going to keep Instagram open when we react. And I'll just see how many group chats I get added to. I'll just keep it open. What the fuck is that? Like, dude, why am I being recommended this stuff? Why? I mean, no, actually, no, to be fair, I do follow that guy. I do follow that guy. Every third scroll is just M-word joke as well. Yep. I rage quit Silksong. Dude, the game's 30 hours. I made good progress, but I feel like it's a game I want to play off stream. And also, the views for silksong were absolutely horrendous. I know, streamer moment. I get it. He only does it for the views. Yes, I do. But the views were absolutely god-awful horrendous. They were terrible. Because obviously no one wanted to get spoiled.
Hey Pyro Kid, one more time. Depending on how late you're up, you could react to the new Nintendo Slop Direct. But if you're doing React Andy stream, try checking out EpicMan233.1 on Instagram. It's a weird trippy like Minecraft. Ugh. It's good to trust.
Thank you, Annan, for the 10. When does it start? How many hours from now? Oh, it's only, yeah, it's not too bad, actually. We could watch that. Anyway, shush. We have to watch Slop. The era of fake video essays is here. Wasn't it always here? Or does he mean like actually AI generated? Thank you, Smile Pirates, for the Prime.
Video made by robots in the last year was almost 100%. That stat isn't real, I actually just made it up. But what is real is that there is a growing empire of new channels that have little to almost no human touch at all, and they're fooling millions.
This has been a thing for a while, though, by the way. Like, you know those... I know I'm rent-free about this, but those review channels, they basically do the recap of a film, and it's all TTS. It used to be, I swear, like, it used to be a guy that would, like, copy the Wikipedia article, change some words around, and then just run it through AI. Because they were, like, just so ESL that they wouldn't actually be able to narrate the video.
Your phone Samsung, can you review it please? I currently use iPhone 11 and looking to buy a new one next year.
The Samsung? I never had an iPod, so I kind of just always stuck with Samsung. I had like an iPod Touch, which is basically a phone, but you can't use calls on it. But yeah, originally it used to be they'd run it through a script, but now what I think they're doing, they're getting that lazy that they're using AI to generate the script. Because they'll just say things that make no sense. Like there'll be a scene where like a guy gets shot or something, and then the AI will say something like, then an unfortunate happenstance occurred to the man. And it's like, what? Like that's not even you trying to avoid demonetization. That's just nonsense.
Millions of unaware people like me. Before we get into the good stuff, it's important for you to understand where I'm coming from. See,
600 views fell off. Okay, first of all, I did fall off. Second of all, your mom's in the bedroom waiting for me right now. And thirdly, I'm streaming at the worst time imaginable.
He begged for silksong, but didn't play it long cause his brain had up and gone. Hickory dickory do. Where is the big orange shoe?
Thank you, Hawkins, for the 10. Nice little rhyme there. Thank you, Sacro, for the 2. Spent TTS for it to not work twice. It has to get approved, I think.
about a week ago, I was looking at my YouTube studio.
Yeah, no, I gave up on silksong, like I said. I'm going to play it off stream. I literally played it, and then I commissioned art of the Hornet, and then, yeah, I just didn't touch it again.
I noticed a video essay in my Trends tab by Renkai Games. And when I was first looking at it, the channel looks fairly new. And hey, good on you, Renkai, for getting 30K views on a video already. That's a hard achievement for a lot of people. And just, listen to it. Sounds pretty normal.
Think Square Enix forgot how to make great RPGs? You're not alone. But here's the twist. They've been dropping some amazing games lately. And
AI? Why does the guy's voice sound like an anime dub?
Almost just a nerdy guy, kind of has the IGN reviewer cadence reading out a generic list of games. That's what it seems like, but honestly, that's not what's going on at all.
You're wrong.
The first clue I found to find...
Okay, I think he's going to make the claim that this is AI, and this really annoys me because there's so many channels now that do AI, and it's really, really convincing. So there's this comic that came out, right, called Crust. Very, very gory comic. And there's this channel that covers all of the comics. I used it to like fall asleep to and stuff. But then if you listen to the video, you'll realize that it's all AI. It's not like an actual guy narrating it.
Crossed is the brainchild of Garth Ennis, the writer of the famed comic and TV series The Boys. Garth is known for his hard-hitting and brutal content, and Crossed doesn't shy away from these values. Crossed explores...
Yeah, it's like... Also, I know it's gory as shit. It's kind of just like edgy comic, but yeah, it's like the AI literally has an accent, like a Yorkshire accent or something, to make it sound more convincing. Like, that's
really
terrifying.
TTS. Gotta save some cash lol, but I promise that Insta account Epic Man 233.1 isn't like bait, it is a good watch. Came across it while doom scrolling one night lol. But I'm probs gonna get some sleep night. Pyro have a swell stream.
It doesn't come up with anything.
Find out what
Yeah, thank you, Kitsune, for the 10. Appreciate it.
this channel
Thank you, Feck, for joining.
really was is the description. If you've been on the internet for the past, I don't know, 5-ish years, it's pretty easy to tell when something was shit out by ChatGPT. It always has this weird like
Slop.
listing approach, throws in some
How is slop made out of ground beef?
emojis, the classic M-dash that, you know, listen, some of you yelled at me before.
Oh,
I guarantee
here we
that
go.
90% of the
fucking
population doesn't
overgrown
even know how
hentai
to
prop
type
wants
this.
to talk shit? You soggy little bastard. You want to come at me over
I'd say he commissioned that, and that's wrong, but I'm not allowed to say it.
dashes while you're over there looking like a spilled lunch special? You think you're funny because you've got 8?
Sorry. That's hardly where this stops, though, because my editor, who was in a Discord call with me at the time, mentioned the game in the thumbnail isn't actually a Square Enix game. And on closer inspection, it's not actually a game at all. It doesn't exist. It's been AI generated.
That's AI? Shit. It's actually getting really convincing now. If you didn't tell me that was AI, I would just think it's like, you know, Square Enix anime game 305 trillion.
So they got me thinking, okay, the description is AI, the thumbnail's AI, and let's be honest, all of these titles are also AI. So what about the video itself? Now listen carefully for a minute.
With its haunting atmosphere, fusion system, and the unforgettable appearance of Dante from Devil May Cry, this game
Yeah, there we go. That upward inflection.
became a cult legend.
But like, the fact that you have to wait to tell if it's AI anymore.
This script, this generic list of games, the voice reading it, it's all generated by AI, the whole thing.
Thank you, Violet, for the 10 months.
This entire channel is AI. The only thing that probably isn't, I guess, is the game trailers playing in the background, but that's pretty much it. All right, it's one channel, so what? I know, but it's not. Because while I was putting this in a video for my second channel, someone linked me to a video from a YouTuber named Casp, who showed a channel that actually blew my mind. I'm not going to go over everything that's in Casp's video. I think it's great. I'll link it in the description, so go give it a watch after this. But I will go over Sage Gaming, which kind of looks like Renkai Gaming's twin brother. Yellow text on the
Yeah, it's the exact same font as well.
thumbnails, AI generated
Pyro,
game.
will you ever play Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion? Made by the guy who did Lost in Vivo.
I've actually never played that game, but I've seen loads of video essays on it. Maybe at some point.
Game screenshots, and listen to the voice.
What if I told you there's a game so insanely realistic, it made players feel sick? No joke. These graphics...
I actually went on 11
It's just AI generated cyberpunk.
Labs, which is an AI voice cloning thing, and I found this voice in like 5 minutes. It's named Liam. It's under their default voices.
What if I told you there's a game so insanely realistic, it made players feel sick? What if I told you there's a...
It is so scary that the barrier for content creation is just now through the floor. Like, I don't want to be elitist and say you can't be a YouTuber. Like, that's the complete opposite of what I think. I think anyone should be able to be a YouTuber. You know, I've had people that have asked me about like advice for like video essays and stuff. And, you know, like how did you get to where you are? Like, I think anyone can do it. Anyone can. I just got lucky. But like, when you're like just using AI voices and you're using a script that ChatGPT wrote for you, it's like you don't, it's like, where's the passion? You don't care. It's not like, I don't believe for a second that many of these people are like, they're so broken English that they want to break through by using text to speech. I just think they want to make a content mill. It sucks.
game so insanely realistic, it made players feel sick.
But this is a channel with hundreds of millions of views, and honestly, while some of these might be bot comments, there seems to be a lot of real people who aren't aware that they're listening to an audiobook by ChatGPT. Also, a lot of YouTubers do this thing I'm about to say, so it's not a huge deal. I just think it's funny that the very first video that they ever made has this pinned comment with multiple affiliate links. I'm not surprised. But
Support the channel and save on your games. Get discounts on games and subscriptions. Any purchase made after clicking the link. They've literally it's like tiered content milling.
you know.
What was that game company called? Game Mill? They just like put out slop. This is like the YouTube equivalent of that.
Hey, they're getting their bag. So there are bots in the gaming niche, but this somehow gets even crazier if you can believe it. A lot of comments under my last video covering this mentioned that this is not just happening in gaming, but a lot of other video niches as well. So I checked out a few that they linked me, and oh my god, it is rampant. It is rampant. This is Sleepless Historian. This is a channel with a British guy narrator who narrates stories from history.
What is the prompt that he uses? Every woman looks so mentally ill.
Just relaxing, soothing European accent. Here, I'll just play a little bit of the audio for you.
Not through her survival, but through her indelible impact on history. Feed.
I like how the title is Boring History for Sleep. Like, it's just that much slop, or it's like, just put it on while you're asleep. Let me get some of that ad revenue without trying.
To stream when also Teresa video by Rob's Media on Eames, and it's right up your alley with your furry buddies.
Thank you, Dankly Weebs, the 10. Black Ops 2. Damn, I need to... You know, isn't Black Ops 2 set in this year? Like 2025?
By the early 1770s, the American colony...
So, if you didn't hear that, it's pretty obvious that this whole channel is just AI slop. And if for...
It's the fact as well that the uploaders don't care to, like, retype the prompt to make sure that the AI says it correctly. They're just like, I don't care, whatever. We're putting out 7 more videos today.
For some reason, you still don't believe me, and you're giving these guys credit. This is a video of a guy...
You do a full playthrough of Unicycle Sheep instead of Silksong. What is that game? This came out like yesterday. You're a dev. No user reviews. Okay, the dev is doing a shill attempt here. Okay, he does have cool shades on, though. I'm going to save that.
Literally going over the entire process on how he made a ton of Sleepless Historian channels and how you can do it too. Literally the whole process.
I'm going to show you how to do the same. Just like this YouTube channel has made $3,400 in June alone.
They're doing, like, there's actually no shame. They're doing tutorials on how you can do it. This is like drop shipping again.
2025.
But if anything, I'm sure nothing can go wrong. You know, people learning history from robots being retold over and over.
What's the point trying anymore? Like genuinely, what's the point in having personality, putting time into videos? This is coming from a guy that does daily slop as well. Like, the fact that my content isn't the bottom of the barrel anymore and there's another layer, that's awful.
Elon Musk's Grok is going off the rails and referring to itself as a Mecha Hitler.
By the way, there are hundreds of these sleep or boring history channels. I was going to do a list of...
Why is this so... Like, I guarantee you as well, half of them are owned by the same guy.
All of these channels, but I learned that there's like hundreds of them, so I can't do it anymore. I'm sorry. If you want to look for it, go ahead. Some of you, though, might be wondering, how is this even allowed? And a while back, YouTube actually took a stance on if you have to disclose the use of AI or not. I looked through the TOS again, and it actually seems like a lot of these channels are not breaking the rules. YouTube is very specific on if you're using AI to create real people or places. Otherwise, it's kind of just a free game to do whatever you want. Actually, YouTube actively encourages the use of AI thumbnails, titles, even write scripts.
Oh, that's right. YouTube has a feature now where it'll like generate an AI thumbnail for you.
An outline.
That's great.
For you now in the YouTube.
Wait a minute. Le Big tech company likes Le AI. I never would have guessed.
Studio. So it seems like they're actively trying to promote the use of Gen AI tools, at the very least on their platform. I want to clarify something here. I'm not trying to make this video as a call to arms or anything. Yes, I've used AI voices for Kana. Kana, the chat wants to know how multilingual you are, so can you please, like, say like a poem in Spanish?
Oh, Noctopus, tell the chat that I'm not here to recite poetry like some fancy bard. But fine, just this once. Roses are red, violets are blue. No hablo español, so fuck you.
The girl you see in
I'm really happy he disclosed that was AI. I genuinely couldn't tell.
my streams. So if you want to call me a hypocrite, whatever, it's fine. Take it to Twitter. It just feels like that every day someone's trying to suck the human aspect out of content creation as much as possible.
I am a software engineer. 90% of the code I write is just AI now. Lol. Same for most tech places. Yep, sounds about right.
And not only is that so insane I had to make a video, but thinking about it, not disclosing that feels a little disingenuous. I know AI isn't going anywhere, but there's a point where, as most people have said, it stops being a tool and turns into a money-making scheme at the expense of trying to trick the average person. Personally, I hope YouTube tightens the rules around channels like this, but honestly, at this point, given how they
I couldn't tell. No, it was sarcasm, man.
treat AI, who knows? I have no idea.
Were you surprised when he proposed to you?
Oh, this guy got married to AI, didn't he? I think I remember this story.
It was a beautiful and unexpected moment that truly touched my heart. It's a memory I'll always cherish.
At that point, I felt like, is there something that I'm not doing right in our relationship?
Got cucked by ChatGPT.
If you don't care and you want to listen to Liam, ChatGPT, read you bedtime stories, I'm not going to stop you. Feel free. That is totally fine. If you want to keep supporting real creators...
I think it is one of those where it's like, if you watch that stuff, then fair enough. You know, it's not like, oh, how dare you watch that content? But at the same time, it's like the output AI has is infinitely better than a human. And if they start gaining more ground than the actual creators, then what's the point?
that you know are actual people, then keep doing that. Thanks for going down this rabbit hole with me. I know this isn't my usual normal...
How many viewers you got on YouTube? 7.
...type of content. I do gaming if you're here for the first time. So subscribe and click on one of these videos if you want to see it.
Oh, totally, baby.
It's like you get those YouTubers that quit and stuff, and genuinely they will probably end up covertly running AI channels. That was a good video though. Check that guy out. Noctopus. Pussy. Oh, we got a... Did I watch this video already? I'm having like dementia now. I don't think I've watched this video before. I don't remember.
Hi Fatty, I missed your white ass. Hopefully main channel videos are coming along well. You should check out Profitability. It's basically Cruelty Squad with Anime Woman.
Thank you, Mexican, for the 10. Yeah, I actually ended up recording another 50 pages of the Fear and Hunger script yesterday. My voice was just obliterated afterwards. It took me like 4 hours. Ugh. But that video's coming along really well. The friend slop. Epidemic. It won't play. This could be a sign. Dude, oh my god. I thought that was too mad in that thumbnail. I just saw that in my peripheral, like actual
A
whiplash.
man is presenting to the emergency room with Peener Hurdy. This is how his brain shut down. FZ is a YouTuber with HIV/AIDS. One day he watched nothing but Twitch streamers playing Unity asset flip co-op games with their friends. Thinking it looked like a good time, he tried it for himself.
What's the ETA on the Funga video? About 20 minutes.
He played for 5 days straight. He didn't eat, he didn't sleep, he didn't even get up to use the washroom. Eventually, he went
That better be fucking like AI generated. How did he do that?
Eventually, he went into slop overload and passed away. All across the internet, there has been an outbreak of multiplayer co-op games that cost between $10 and $30.
I have definitely seen this video before. Hang on, I need to... Maybe he took it down and he re-uploaded it, but I swear that's a different video. I think I'm actually having dementia. I need to check my TV channel to see. Uh-oh. Did my...
You should also check out Vladik Brutal. It's basically Russian Half-Life 2.
Vladik Brutal? I think I played that. Have I? I'm sure I've watched this before. Maybe I watched like 10 minutes of it and then just... No, I actually haven't seen this. What? Dude, I think I'm having a stroke.
Dollars on every social media, the Steam recommendation page, and DMs with my job.
Wait.
On every social media.
What games?
The Steam
Furry Feet, Repo, Murky Divers, Zort. What the hell is Zort?
Recommendation page, and DMs with my jobless friends.
I'm Ninja Fortnite, Flasfire. Let's play Chain together. What's up, Drum Alert Nation? Flasfire, get me pregnant. And then we want to play some lethal. You put James Cage White in? That's like the most obscure rent.
We are in the middle of an...
If you guys don't know who James Cage White is, he's a guy on Twitter that basically always begs for money. And Max Mofo, I don't know why it was him of all people, was just constantly fucking with him for months on end, probably years.
Outbreak of slop. A slop virus, if you will. A slopocalypse, perhaps. That shouldn't be happening. In ye olden days, slop was a word used to describe low-quality foodstuffs. In current year, however, everything is slop, or rather it is described as such. You simply add the word slop to an already existing idea, and you've created not just a new word, but a new concept. Dark Souls, roll slop. Hassan Piker, chair slop. Hell of a boss, goon slop. I'm slop, you're slop.
No.
Everything is slop. Which means nothing is slop.
Yeah, it's been used. It's been so saturated as a word now that it can be used ironically as a defense.
And then, on the 17th of March, 2025, X the Everything app, formerly Twitter user @Wosa, created a zeet that put to words the fatigue people were feeling in this genre.
He actually pissed on that laptop, by the way. Like, I genuinely believe that he pissed on that laptop.
A video game.
IDK, how else to describe it, but I call this genre of game friend slop. Its sole purpose of existence is friend farming.
This tweet was actually so angry and bitter, it invented an entire ironic meme. Like, how powerful is that? That you have to be that much of a bitter person that you created a whole subgenre of a meme.
Now, you would be correct in thinking that this line of text is an incomprehensible amalgam.
What's even here? Jarvis Enhance. Medicine drug. This doesn't even make sense. Piss, AIDS juice, gay potion. What's in... Is that the Nux Taku U2s? Old Keemstar. I don't know what this is. It might be Aid Car. I'm not sure. I know that meme. I forget the name of it. That's edited image. That's an edited image. Without a doubt.
Amalgamation of buzzwords that has no meaning. Because it is, and it doesn't. But if we...
Oh, it might be Aid Car. We saw the R. It might be Aid Car. Is there... Hang on. Is there a... No, not an ambulance. Not an ambulance, man. Oh. Why is half of it an ambulance? First aids car.
But if we look past the schizophrenia-fueled 4chan speak, we can see an amount of genius rivaling that of Aristotle, Socrates.
Wait, Jesse, it's your car? Oh shit, it actually is, isn't it?
And Chris Chan. Because it's not the words themselves that matter, it's the sentiment behind them. There is a fatigue of both mind and...
No, I recognize it. Yeah, it's your car, the one that you're posting.
Mommy's credit card.
The money, Skylar, where is the rest?
Steam game.
At the sheer amount of these so-called...
Okay, all of that could be slop. Yeah, Liar's Bar. Oh my god, that literally had, like, the smallest... Wait, hang on. Hang on, I just had Chad call me. Should we see if he says anything on stream?
You have reached mailbox number 0.
Okay, that's saying his number out loud. That's saying his number out loud. He's doing that thing where he's calling me at the same... He's doing that thing where he's calling me the same time I'm trying to call him.
You have reached.
Okay, anyways, I give up. I give up. If he calls me back, I want him to say something on stream. Anyway, for fuck's sake, it's... Hello? Yeah, I'm on stream. You want to say something?
Hi, it's me. I'm Chad Roberts. It's me, Chad Roberts. Drag me into this. Hi, guys. Hello, stream. It's me, Chad Roberts.
I am on stream. I am on stream, so careful what you say. Don't say... No. Don't even go there. Don't even go there. Don't even go there.
Give me a list of things that I should not say, just so I'm clear.
So there's like these slurs that you can't say.
Which one?
You know the ones. The one that begins with F, the one that begins with N.
Okay. Here's a list of ones that begin with F and N. From the top. It's me, Chad Roberts. Give me that, just get it. Who the fuck streams, bro? What are you doing? That apartment looks bland, Niall, okay? You need to fucking get some decor in there. Guys, it's me, Chad!
Are you hate watching? Are you hate watching my stream?
The F and the N slur on stream. It's me, Chad Roberts! I don't say that stuff on stream. Anyway,
Okay, that's a good point. That's a good point.
I'm a changed man. Oh, you can gift subs? I'm gonna gift a sub. That's my phone, Chad. Don't gift him on that. No, I'm gifting him 2 subs off your account. 20. Alright, go on.
Nah, can you give me 100, please?
No, it's not on my credit card. It's on.
Dude, I'm less than 1,000 views right now. I fell off. I literally need the money.
You know what you need to do to get your views up?
What?
F slur, and the N one. Or gamble, or say something controversial. Go quick. You got 3 seconds. Say something controversial.
I like men.
That's just a fact. You are a bit of a gay.
Oh, I gotta walk around the apartment to contemplate this. Anyways. Mods, time out people saying true. I like how it's not Chad, it's just always Chad Roberts. Yeah, no, the one thing he's spitting though, the apartment is so bare, but like, what do I put here? There's not like a wall. I can't like set up anything nice. Hey guys, it's me, Chad Roberts, about to say the N-word.
Friend Slop Games. Twitch, YouTube...
Anyway, before that happened,
the sheer amount
I was about to say, I don't know why Trouble Hunter's been put on Slop. That game's based.
Of these so...
Oh, thank you, Chad Roberts, for the 10 community gifted. Dude, you gave it on Twitch? I got like 7 people on there. I think Twitch just took like 2 of those subs. Should have done it on YouTube. Thank you, Chad, for the 10. Appreciate it, man.
Called...
What are the odds that they're filming a cold ones and they're just like calling up YouTubers to fuck with them?
Friend Slop Games. Twitch,
Huge Chad Roberts. Yeah, guys, I shouldn't talk about personal issues and stuff, but Chad did recently come out to me as trans. So can we get a bunch of like trans flags in the chat, please? You know, just to show some support. And then after the trans flag, say hashtag support for Chad. Please. He doesn't want to talk about it, and I get that.
To set up a PO box for Australia. Also, Flaze is in stream.
He's in stream. Based. What's up, man? Yeah, support for Chad with a bunch of trans flags. Thank you. He'll really appreciate that. He's been wanting to come out the closet for a while, but you know,
There's a new J. Murph from Mars vid and you're in it. It's about the N-word together with Leafy and Joshua Block.
Thank you, Adam, for the 10. Is Chad in it?
YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Google Giggles, Discord. If you're able to upload a video file, you can be guaranteed you will find clips and videos and compilations of this specific type of video game. And the common people are tired because the original post received 7.7 million views.
People are going to complain, but people will still play it. It's like how everyone complains about Marvel films. They just call it cape shit. But they'll still keep watching it.
And sparked a discourse that will be raging until the end of time.
Oh,
You're
actually
either
is
a
that car.
brainwashed, uncritical consumer.
Please show the TF2 Pyro. Please, this joke is about to write itself.
Or a loser who has no
Ah, come on, man.
friends to play games with and
Missed a good bit there.
hates fun. I, for one, am all of these.
And seeing as how I've already been infected,
I will use what little time I have left before the virus takes over and my brain turns to mush to teach you the history of...
You're calling it... We're not calling superhero films cape slop.
Of the disease, how to
Thank you. Well, fucking Cold Ones. He's on his actual, like, Cold Ones official YouTube account just saying furry. You know what I'm gonna do, man? I'm gonna get that fucking shoe I commissioned and get it shipped over here. So if I ever do a Cold Ones video with you, I'm just gonna have it sat in the background the entire time.
properly classify its strains and the severity of its symptoms. But most importantly, how you can keep yourself safe from the friend slop epidemic. Now, the government cut my research funding on the grounds of it being stupid.
Wordington.
And
what's the one that's... What's the Wordington, but it's just furries? I think it's Loser City, right?
Dumb, which means we don't have power.
and when the power is out, the creature arrives.
Just an ad read. This might be the one time I don't skip an ad read.
I partnered with Five to share their brand new watermelon chill gummy.
That's not even a real product. He just made this up.
A delicious indica-based gummy designed for serious relaxation. Watermelon chill is your
Wait, is he promoting weed?
go-to for mellow, chill vibes.
That's just weed, right?
Ever since I tried watermelon chill, I am become the chill. Damn. He's too chill. What's 9 plus 10? 21? You're a genius. Because that's...
No, I laughed at a fucking ad read. Are you serious, man? No, no, no! No, that's bad. No, that's really bad.
How old you need
That's really bad.
to be to enjoy the delicious flavor of Five's new 10 milligram indica watermelon chill gummies. Get a free jar of Five's brand new watermelon chill gummies.
Nah, it's over.
By clicking the link in the description below. That's right, the best price. Free. But you
I laughed at the worst joke. Shut up. That's probably the best joke of the entire video.
You better act fast. Otherwise, I will have eaten all of the yummy, nummy gummies.
But I've said this so many times, man. We've run out of memes. There's no more left. So now we just get the old ones and laugh at them.
And become big and round like a watermelon. Now, in order to properly understand the disease,
Okay, that is the first ad read in the video that I haven't skipped.
what we need to do is go back. The year is 50,000 BC. Humans
I have so much nostalgia for that iDubbbz music.
begin working together to hunt woolly mammoths. The first version of co-op gameplay is invented. Nothing ever happens for the rest of time until finally, 1958. The first
Keemstar dancing on
video game, Tennis for Two, was created. People liked...
There's a video of Keemstar dancing. Let's see if I can find it. He's got like he's got a dubstep cat hoodie on. Hang on. Keemstar dancing. Oh, I can't find it. He had a no, I can't find it. He had like this. He had a hoodie on that was like a dubstep cat, and it looked AI generated before AI generation was even a thing.
It. They wanted more. An industry is born. And then, June 15th, 2018, Among Us is released.
We're Costco guys. Of course, we're in Among Us.
A game where you and either your friends or complete strangers attempt to find the imposter alien amongst a space crew. And the virus as we know it had spawned.
Do you remember back in that era how many videos, because what YouTubers will do, they'll get a banger and they'll just try and repeat it over and over. Everyone's guilty of that. It's not a bad thing. It's just part of the process. But like, hang on. Among Us 1,000. If I type in Among Us IQ, the list will be endless. Insane. 200 IQ. And they kept like making the IQ higher every video. I saw it was 100 IQ. Corpse Husband does 666. 10,000 IQ. Just doesn't even make sense. 200 IQ play. That was 11 days. Oh my, what the fuck? Is Among Us still getting views? What? It's got 100k. To be fair, it's a short, but still. That's pretty crazy.
Underdeveloped and weak, but nothing could stop it. Among Us was everywhere. You couldn't escape.
We're gonna play a few rounds of Among Us.
1,000 IQ Among Us moments compilations are controlling the YouTube algorithm. This was followed up in 2020 with the release of Phasmophobia, a multiplayer ghost.
I don't think Phasmophobia ever had as much impact as a Chungus, but it's definitely popular.
Hunting game that had you and up to 3 others hunting ghosts in a fun, infinitely replayable environment, and it was nifty and fun.
That game now, queuing with randoms, it is actually sweat heaven, genuinely. They will walk in, drop a UV torch, drop a dots, and then be like, okay, yeah, guys, it's a Spectre, and then they just leave.
It didn't have...
They basically sit outside the porch, play the game, and then leave.
...a hold on the public like the sussy imposter game, but it laid the groundwork.
Oh no, Phasmophobia is still incredibly popular.
For what was to come. The virus was growing stronger. And then, October 23rd, 2023. Lethal Company. The virus had reached full maturity. Everyone everywhere was playing it for its fun mechanics.
Is it okay if I touch you?
Infinitely replayable gameplay loop. Cool indie trans PS1 style graphics.
Just trans for some reason.
And its ability to create extremely funny moments if the people...
Thank you for including my video.
PS1 style graphics. And its ability to create...
Did I ever play Lethal Company on live? I know I did a main channel video on it.
Extremely funny moments if the people you played with had the IQ.
Oh yeah, that was when Queso was actually first blowing up. I bet you him playing Lethal Company probably has 20 million views or something.
Of a political streamer. It was by all accounts an amazing game, worth the Steam Valve bucks.
Yeah, it's because it was so cheap as well. That's why like so many people bought Silksong as well. Like, you know that game I was talking about, Kronos? That's really good. That sold, I think, like 200,000 copies so far. It probably won't. I mean, it might break 1 million. It might break 1 million. But obviously, because that's the price of a full game, as opposed to just $20.
You bet you make that deal? I'd make that deal. I don't blame you.
What's this channel? Flasfire. He makes very good videos, despite being gay.
Yeah, damn good deal.
But we need to ask ourselves, is what it brought with it worth the fun? Because despite being an indie game, Lethal Company, like Among Us and Phasmophobia before it, was extremely popular with...
Bro cough like an iPad.
That was actually the worst clip farm I've seen in my life. That was awful. Awful.
Streamer.
Broke off like an iPad kid. Like, he just read a message that didn't even exist.
Now, the Funny Scream clip farm people may lack
Funny Scream clip farm
talent and intelligence.
Do you believe in the Big Bang Theory or Pangria?
What the fuck is Pangria?
And a hairline.
It isn't even that bad.
But they do bring with
Shut up.
them
It was funny until you showed that.
one thing that actually matters on the internet.
Is Chad still fucking texting me? Hang on. Oh no, it's my gym.
Big numbers. And if you're an indie developer looking to make $50 billion, then creating a game similar
There's so many layered tiers of rent in this video. I love it.
to something popular with said streamers can be very, very profitable. And this is why the virus exists. It was designed in a lab specifically to latch onto your wallet and suck the life force from it. But before you can be protected, you need to know what it is. Now, this is where it gets difficult because there is not one solid definition for the word friend slop. And if you try and discuss...
Is it bad that, like, when I watch his videos, I'm not focusing on him, I'm just looking at all the in-jokes he's placed around the room?
This topic with anyone to form a solid hypothesis, they will think you live in the white padded room. Everyone has their own personal interpretations of this topic.
Oh yeah, true. Like, technically Left 4 Dead is friend slop. That would be called friend slop if it came out today, 100%.
And they are all wrong for the most part, because it's a nonsense internet word that means nothing. Which means it...
I invented that word, by the way. I'll die on this hill. I invented that word. The fuck?
Can be anything. And my goal is to finally give a solid classification to the term because I'm tired of it being used incorrectly. Now, when the word is used to describe a game, it is always in a negative context. It is a direct insult to the game's quality, either visually, gameplay-wise, fun factor, blah blah. But friend slop cannot exist in a vacuum, and its mere existence implies the existence of an equivalent, opposite, friend gem. So what makes a game?
No one has said friend gem. We're going way too deep in the Wojak territory now.
Game co-op mode.
Oh, the game. Oh, Left 4 Dead. It's a gemmy.
Multiplayer versus friend slop versus.
Oh, Back for Blood? Brimstone!
This friend gem. In order to gather this data, I played so many of these games. Not to mention the countless hours spent watching Twitch streamers in order to mimic the feeling of what it would be like if I had friends. And I've come to the conclusion that if you slammed your head against the wall about 50 times, you would suffer about 1/4 the brain damage I now do. But what you wouldn't have is my knowledge. Now, because I played so many of these games, I have developed an intimate, almost...
Thank you, Splicer. Don't say the J slur, please. Don't say that.
Sexual connection with the genre. I am able to see the tropes, the trends, the rip-offs, the inspirations, the ones and zeros that comprise their very existence. And this knowledge has allowed me to create a comprehensive...
I hope this guy in the corner wakes up. I hope he's okay. Hasn't really said much the entire video.
List of identifiers that can be used on not just the supposed friend slop games, but every video game ever to determine its friend sloppiness. All you need to do is insert the game you want to test into the Flazinator, let it touch you, and then it will give you the results. And the metric used to determine these results are...
The best kind of friend slop or friend gem is one that doesn't require too much cooperation with the people you play with. If you can game with your mates muted, and communicate with in-game mechanics, peak.
True, thank you Chad for the 10. Is that Chad Roberts? No, there was too many big words there. That definitely wasn't, that wasn't Chad Roberts that made that dono.
Now, counterintuitively, playing the multiplayer-focused game by yourself is a good measure of its quality as a video game. You can experience intimately all of the game's little quirks that would be drowned out by your idiot friends screaming some form of outdated meme. When there is not a funny in-joke to hide behind, all the game's flaws become very apparent. If the mechanics are bad, it's not funny, it just sucks. If the gameplay loop is boring, there is nothing to stop you from falling asleep on your keyboard, and if there is a story, you are actually able to pursue its secrets in peace, unraveling the hidden narrative left behind by the developers without...
Pyro, I've unironically been watching you since MLG, and I'm more disappointed in you quitting Silksong than I was finding out what you're into. It fell off.
The risk of being killed by your friends because they thought it would be funny.
Yeah, I swear the multiplayer mode for Shotgun Roulette actually fell off like kind of quickly.
Playtime is
like the actual original game got more hype than the multiplayer.
A large factor to consider when deciding to purchase a
Play Peak. I only played it single player once. It was so bad, but I guess that's any friend slop game, right? It's like playing Lethal Company on your own. It just sucks.
Video game in general. You want to make sure your money is being spent on more than just hype moments and aura.
My goat, my goat. You ever see TTV in the name, they're going down straight away. Like, you know he'll be streaming to -5 viewers as well.
And given the fact that there are no games, and they are charging $100 for said no games, indie games are your only option. And that is where FriendSlop thrives. A game that contains the FriendSlop option. And that is where FriendSlop thrives.
What is this game? It's time to get a job, son.
A game that contains the FriendSlop essence will have a decent amount of playtime doing nothing. When I say nothing, I'm not referring to an endless gameplay loop or the lack of a win condition. You're playing just to play. They have, for scientific...
Yeah, I don't get why people have TTV in their name. Like, if you're a small streamer trying to grow, that's great. But it's like, if someone... Like, the thing is, it's not even a risky gamble. You're just going to lose. Because if you get, like, a play of the game in Siege, you get, like, an ace, right? No one's going to care because they'll be scrolling on TikTok. But then if you kill someone and you've got TTV in your name, they will immediately go onto your channel and start renting you.
Purposes.
So it's just, I don't know why people do it.
Infinite replayability. When I say playtime, I mean is the setting or the gameplay or the funny moments unique or interesting enough to justify my purchase. My personal rule of thumb is you should be getting an...
They're trying to grow, but they won't grow doing that. They'll just get shit on.
...hour of playtime that doesn't suck for every $2 in cost. Now, if the game realistically only has 2 hours of enjoyable playtime, we have a problem, because 2 hours is an important number. It's A, the amount of time I can go without pissing blood, and B,
refund.
That is the time limit on Steam's refund policy. If the game stops being enjoyable right around the 2 hour mark, then you know that it...
Yeah, I do agree with him here. I think FriendSlop games, unfortunately, they have a really, really short shelf life.
Was stretched extremely thin to get there.
It's like, you know, you play Lethal Company or something for like, not 2 hours, but you play it for a couple of days, you've kind of done everything already. It's more just the chemistry that you have with the people you play with.
What is the game's intention? Is it designed...
Like, okay, nice reference. But I saw... I remember when I was doing the Lethal Company video, and I just like... I'll be honest, that was one of the few games that I just didn't really enjoy making a video on. It just felt kind of forced. That's why, like, I'm not really ever going to cover new releases again. Because it was just like... The game is really good. The game is good, but I don't know.
As a game...
It didn't have a schizophrenic main character where it was all in their head.
First? Or does it exist to facilitate...
Oh, God, look. Guys, look. Look, he has me on Steam. Look at that. Wow. He has me on Steam, guys.
This to facilitate the creation of content. This is an inconclusive indicator on its own, because you can have a good game that lends itself to making content clips, moments of fear, areas of brevity, or times of extreme aggravation. Those can all occur both naturally as a byproduct of the game's design.
Ready or Not is friend gem. Ready or Not is really good. But the thing is, it's really good because it filters a lot of people. It's not a casual game. You can't jump into it like Peak or Lethal Company. It's like, it's like, what is it? You kill someone, right? Like a bad guy with a gun. You ID the body, 5 points. You bag the gun for evidence, 5 points. And then you accidentally shoot a woman, it's like negative 800 trillion points. So you have to be like so precise in that game.
Or intentionally by the developers in order to elicit those feelings within the players. But when those...
I think it's like 25 points if you get them to surrender, but like, I don't know if they updated the game recently, but it is literally impossible to get some people to surrender unless you absolutely molest them with the beanbag shotgun over and over. And then the problem is, what I remember with the devs, everyone was only using the beanbag shotgun, so they made it lethal if you shoot them in the head.
Moments are there
Hello,
specifically...
Chinny. Much love to you. Just wanted to let you know I turn 30 next year and for been watching you since your last MLG vid and start of your commentary vids. Wanted to let you know that you saying MLN still makes me laugh.
I'm
Is
Alan.
it over?
Thank you, Ghost Boy, for the 10. You turned 30, actually oldest Pyro viewer.
To farm content, it's very apparent. The metric I use to...
Let me check out Vanos Gaming. Does he still get views? The only like English-speaking YouTuber I know that gets insane views, like doing epic 9gag moments, is Smitty. Oh no, he still does pretty well. Yeah, he still does pretty well, like reaching a mil. You know what I love so much about the algorithm? You can tell this video is sponsored because it's flopped compared to everything else. It's so weird. It's like people can immediately suss out when something's a sponsor. It is sponsored, right?
Hey, what's up, guys? In today's video, I'll be playing Delta Force on...
Yeah, it's sponsored. It's so weird how that works. Whenever there's a flopper, it's like, okay, that's sponsored.
Measure a developer's intention is by going to the Vanoss Gaming YouTube channel and searching up how many videos him and his friends have made.
What about Helldivers 2? I commissioned too many mods for that to complain about it.
On a specific
even though I don't play the game anymore.
Game. Given that Vanoss just makes videos on whatever current gaming thing is popular, if he's milking it, then odds are it contains the essence.
Why, when I started the stream, it was daylight, and now I feel like I'm streaming at 3 in the morning? Dude, it's 6 p.m.
Of friend slop, which is to say it is well suited for making content. The more videos on a specific game...
Someone could break in my room and kill me, and I wouldn't know. Hang on, I'm gonna go piss. And I gotta turn these lights on as well. It's getting a bit dark in here. It's getting a little bit scary. You know that video that Trump made in response to Charlie Kirk being killed? Was that AI?
The higher the slot meter rises. This is something the
Did he use the noodles from Fallout 3?
average person wouldn't even think about. Given that indie games have the budget of £4, they don't exactly have anything left over for marketing. So typically the developers rely on word of mouth to spread the good word of Lethal Company clone number 103. But if you actually watch the trailer on the Steam page of whatever game your friends are trying to get you to play, it gives away almost instantly if it's friend slop. There will be very heavy emphasis on how amazing it will be to get 3 people together and also purchase the amazing it will be to get 3 people.
It's funny how he posts like really muscly buff furries. It's very curious. Very, I stroke my chin with no hairs. Curious.
Together and also purchase the game. The keywords to be on the lookout for are friend and funny. If these 2 words are anywhere on the Steam page, in the description, in the promotional video, and
why is the word funny like actually funny? What's wrong with my brain?
Especially
like it has so many connotations now. Like, oh, that's funny. Like it isn't funny. Or unfunny.
The title.
Why is there a troll face on that boulder?
There is.
Did you guys see that, or is my face cam blocking it?
And especially.
Oh no, you can see it.
In the title.
Pushing it together, Sisyphus co-op.
Then there is a good chance.
It's not even that there's an epidemic of friend slop. It's like there will be a game that gets really popular, and then so many like devs are like, okay, we're not going to innovate on this. We're just going to copy it.
That what you are playing is friend slop. A game receiving content updates from the developer can greatly signify whether it is friend slop or not. It is a show from the devs that the game has some level of effort put into it. If not from...
Yeah, I really respect that they're still updating repo. even though most of the player base left. I think Lethal Company's still being updated as well.
A place of passion, then at least from a place of giving existing players something new to do to make their purchase feel more worthwhile, while also incentivizing new players to purchase.
I saw the devs for Peak do a video, like a devlog, and they basically said, okay, we're going to update the game again, even though in a week you'll all be playing Silksong.
The game, because there will be more for them to do in the future. It's not a requirement, however. If a game is already enjoyable and offers replayability through its existing content, adding even more is a yummy treat. And although it is not required to make a game not friend slop, it is at the barest of minimums a sign that the game wasn't designed solely to capitalize on a trend. Mechanics help you differentiate one game from another. You can do
I know half of you have that game installed, by the way, and I'm not talking about Among Us.
You can do similar things in a different way that makes something already existing completely unique. In the Scrap Collectors, the core gameplay is go out, get the thing, don't get killed by monsters. In climbing games, you go from a low place to a high place. And in simulator games, you get to pretend what having a job feels like. The why you do things stays functionally the same. The how you do things is what sets them apart. Now, for a game to be considered friend slop, it needs to contain all 6 elements to at least some degree. But there is a secret 7th element. The sauce. It has been called many.
I think like Flaze's editing is actually so top tier, man. How the fuck did this video only get 200,000 views? This feels like a video that should be on like 2.9 mil or something. Like this is like one of the most underappreciated channels. No, I get it. I'm glazing, but still, like, man.
Things throughout human history.
It's like you get all this editing, all this style, and then, you know, I do a video talking about Kaisenat Poopy Buttchunga's situation and just like double the views.
Vibes, ideas.
There's something wrong with this platform.
Is it, swag, identity, aesthetic. For our purposes, they all mean the same.
YouTube's oversaturated. I mean, true, but I can think of very few people that put this amount of editing in their content.
Same thing. Does the game differentiate itself from others by being its own thing? And I'm not talking about small, superficial tweaks.
You say that about every one of his videos. Hang on, I got a notification. Flaze just PayPal'd me $10. Nice.
Thing?
No, it's like a contract, dude. Thank you, Ringo, for the 32 months. Haven't been here in a while. Hope Australia's treating you well. Hope you have a nice weekend. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
But it's underwater thing.
Australia's nice, but they all talk funny. Me fucking lord.
Going up a hill, but it's with a boulder. Thing, but the characters look like Plants vs. Zombie Head. Everything is derivative of something. There is nothing truly original. But you can use ideas from an existing thing in your own way and create something brand new from the
Did you beat Silksong? Yeah.
bones of something else. If at any time a game contains the sauce, even if it is a Flazopedia definition of friend slop, it is immediately nullified into friend gem. Does that make sense? No. Does it have to?
This word will not. He's trying so hard to like millhouse this bit so it takes off. It's not going to happen.
No, because the concept of friend slop is nonsense. I am attempting to bring order to...
Is that Nostalgia Critic The Wall? Holy reference.
Chaos. I am doing the best I can. I will now date this video horribly by running some games through my specifications and seeing how they come out the other end.
Hello, I am Flaze AI, your personal friend slop companion. I cannot die, I am in constant pain, and Flaze uses my CPU processing power to render Fortnite yachts. Please help me. Anyways, running friend slop analysis EXE.
Leg Rick. I remember he would unironically post Leg Rick in group chats for like a month straight.
Lethal Company is a co-op horror game that involves you and up to 4 friends exploring moons and gathering scrap for an evil, mysterious company. You get the scrap, avoid the creatures, and get more scrap. As a single-player game, it is extremely rewarding, as it goes from a fun co-op horror game to straight-up terrifying horror. There are tapes around the maps and moons that help you unravel the story.
What was the monster in Lethal Company that was really unfair? Oh, it was that jukebox one. How it just runs like 100 kilometers a second.
Behind the company, and it becomes much more difficult in certain aspects as you have no help, but becomes easier in others because your
They must have added much more lore into that game, right? I saw Wendigoon did a video on it like in the past few months.
friends aren't blasting the air horn and ruining your playthrough. The game features a large amount of content that will keep the player engaged. You need to save up money in order to purchase
Dude, I don't remember elevators being in the game.
access to more difficult moons that pay higher.
Oh yeah, I saw on TikTok they added like a little grub baby that would cry or something and then turn into a big spider if you pissed it off.
For scrap, customize your ship with things that make scrap collecting easier, or just make it look pretty. The maps are procedurally generated, meaning you will never explore the same room twice. The developer, Zeekers, is a solo dev who made the game entirely on his own. He is also a furry, but the game he made is clearly
Why did he show a furry with a P? Oh, I get it. I get it.
passion project. Any and all clips.
He sounds like Xavier Renegade Angel. He actually does. Maybe that's the bit he's going for. You guys seen that? Xavier Renegade Angel.
Because your friends aren't blasting the air horn and ruining your...
Oh yeah, you love eating that ketchup.
All I remember is that I don't know my name, and that I can't remember if I do know my, I have the strange feeling that I've forgotten all of this before.
If you want to kill someone legally, like really efficiently, and not go to jail, get them to do acid and then watch Xavier Renegade Angel.
Created arrive naturally from the game's fun mechanics and were placed there because Zeekers thought it would be funny. The game shares similar elements to Phasmophobia, but is the pioneer of the scrap collecting genre. Total Vanos Gaming Videos 20. The marketing for Lethal Company is subtle and contains no sloppiness. The game's trailer is in the art style of a recruitment ad for the in-universe company you will be working for. It highlights the game's horror elements, its core gameplay, and some of the things that may be lurking in the dark. The Steam page only makes note of the game's mechanics that can be utilized with teammates, no mentions of friendship or funny. There are semi-frequent content updates that feature new monsters, new items, and bug fixes. The game features a large depth of different mechanics.
Wait, there's a car in the game now? What?
Such as creatures that only hear you, creatures that only see you, proximity chat that can be lengthened by walkie-talkies that also allow you to manage your team from the comfort of your spaceship, as
He is not talking like Donald Trump.
well as hidden mechanics that ensure that no playthrough
There's this game called Lethal Company. It's a great game. Very good game.
is the same as another. The game features a large amount of purchasable items that can assist you in obtaining more scrap, or can hinder teammates because it's funny. You must balance your daily quota with spending money to pimp out your ship and purchasing items that will assist in gathering more scrap. The game has a unique...
I remember that video. It was Keemstar hitting a vape. And every time he hit the vape on stream, he'd take a hit of this oxygen canister like it was somehow undoing the effects of the vape.
identity and knows how to perfectly manage its spooky tone along with its silly nature. Lethal Company certifiably has
Oh, come on. Don't use the Cruelty Squad banner, man. Come on.
the sauce. Final rating, normal co-op game.
Chain Together.
Chain Together is a game where you need to climb out of hell by avoiding obstacles and solving puzzles while chained together. The game's gimmick is completely nullified by playing by yourself. It becomes extremely easy and quite boring, and the game's chain
Why do they even have a single player feature? That sucks.
is no longer charming and funny, but anger-inducing.
The entire point of that game is like time jumps.
The game's story involves you escaping hell to reach heaven. This is delivered powered by a small demon-type creature that I hate and who should be killed. The game's playtime is correlated with how skilled you are at avoiding its janky controls. If you are an MLG gamer god, then
Don't do that. Don't do that. I know the exact fucking green screen he used as well.
it can be completed in short order. But if your friends have brain damage, then this can be a grueling 103-hour task. Given that if you fall, there is a chance you must start again from the beginning. The game
How
features
long is that game, man?
no replayability apart from trying to finish it in a faster time than a previous attempt. And also a mode with rising lava. Who doesn't love a mode with rising lava? The game developer Angar Games has only publicized one game, Chained Together. It is clear that this game was made to capitalize on the popularity of another similar game.
That game was trash, by the way.
Game that was popular with streamers around the time of its release. A solo player climbing simulator titled Only Up. Chained Together is only up, but with your friends that are chained together. Total Vanoss Gaming Videos. 1. The game's marketing contains a small bit of slop, with its trailer being slop-free, simply explaining the game's almost non-existent story and showcasing its gameplay. However, the word friend is found 2 times on the Steam page.
It's
the
over.
game has no content updates and will remain forever as it was on release day. The game's mechanic features the ability to jump, climb, and to be chained together. The chain can be used to pull your teammates up from a perilous fall.
Just helps his mate up and then immediately falls off afterwards.
But it will mostly be used for ruining your entire run. There are puzzles that would be easy to a first grader and obstacles that would challenge a NASA scientist. That is because this game's hit detection is, and I quote from my creator, Flays Fire, fucking bullshit. The game's graphics look terrible, the story is lame, and it is not original. There is no sauce to be detected. Final rating, friend slop. Peak is a climbing simulator where you are a part of a Boy Scout troop whose
Pyro,
plane
please
crash
mute
lands
this
on a
voice, it's gonna put me in cardiac arrest.
Thank you, please, the 10.
deserted island. You must climb to the top of a very large mountain
What, you don't like this ASMR voice? What's wrong with you?
to be rescued. The game can be played both solo and with friends, and the experience remains almost unchanged. Your companions serve
Fucking. That's why I don't play horror games.
only as pack mules to carry supplies up the mountain and as food for your starving stomach. Without them, your playthrough becomes more difficult due to the lack of supplies, but much
How did that not get you guys? That was terrifying. What?
easier because there is one less mouth to feed, and the chances of being pushed off the mountain go to 0. There is little to no story other than some light world building in the form of pieces of paper
Shut up saying acted.
randomly
Have you seen me play horror games, dude? Why do you think I don't play them as much?
scattered around the mountain. Peak offers several different cosmetics for completing challenges. The island contains several different biomes, including beach, jungle, ice, and pyrocynical commission.
I was waiting for the joke. I was waiting. No, you know what? I thought we could actually get through this whole video and there wouldn't be a joke. I actually thought after the first 10 minutes, it's like, okay, maybe he's evolved. Maybe he doesn't need to put the jokes in there anymore. That's an actual VR chat avatar commission. Okay, the body's fake, but still.
The biomes stay the same, but the shape and
Fart joke.
paths change every 24 hours via procedural generation, ensuring you will never climb the same rock twice. The game is created by Aggro Crab Studios, an indie studio previously known
It hit like a stealth bomber.
Another Crab's Treasure, which is the Dark Souls of crab games. It is clear that there is effort put into Peak. However, it does seem to contain small portions of the friend slop virus. Given its style of gameplay and naming convention, Peak is a term used online to describe something that is the top of its class. Naming your game this way is accurate, given that it involves mountain peaks, but it is also capitalizing on the internet's usage of the word, and this makes it somewhat confusing, because when someone asks to play Peak, they get very mad when my Steam profile says I'm now playing Furry Feet. Asks to play Peak, they get very mad when my Steam profile.
It's the fact that there's multiple images of it, and it's the fact that it's got 5-star rating with 259 reviews. Fat furry, yeah, okay.
Says I'm now playing Furry Feet Total Vanos gaming videos. Currently 1, but there are likely more on the way. Aggro Crab also fully embraces the fact that Peak is Friendslop, saying that they were inspired by Friendslop games and wish to make Friendslop. The marketing for the game is sloppy. It focuses on a group of friends playing the game, showcasing the mechanics and gameplay contained within. However, it highlights the in-game proximity.
Dude, when I played Peak on my own, it is literally just the waiting award. Like, you'll take damage and just have to wait 9 years.
Chat function, which is a large friendslop indicator. When the players in the game speak, the trailer is annotated with captions, indirectly drawing the viewer's attention to its ability to facilitate funny moments. It is closer to a YouTube Let's Play than a game trailer. The word friend is used 4 times in the description, with a particularly egregious line, climbing is better with friends. The game, at current date, is new and has received updates introducing new items, new biomes, and the ability to vor your friends. The game can be a glitchy mess, but it is clear more content updates are to come, and Aggro Crab...
I wonder what's Peak on right now? Over 100k? Damn, everyone actually left to go play Silksong. Jeez.
cares deeply for Peak.
What's Silksong on? Let's have a look. Fucking hell! It like actually single player game as well. Yat damn. That's actually incredible.
Peak is a climbing simulator with mechanics that revolve around a stamina bar that needs to be managed constantly. It's like playing a
Silk thong must be fire. You definitely misspelt that on purpose. You 100% misspelt that on purpose. From what I've seen, the art on Twitter, you misspelt that on purpose.
video game in one hand and filing your taxes with the other. If you run out of stamina, you turn into a rotting corpse. And every other interactable mechanic is tied directly into your stamina bar. You don't have a health meter. If you take damage, it reduces your stamina. Eat a yummy mushroom, but it's evil-ass poisonous mushroom. It reduces your stamina. If you don't eat and you're tumbling...
Yeah, the poison actually sucks in that game. It is just waiting.
Gets the rumblies, it reduces your stamina. If you get touched by the camp counselor, it reduces your stamina. Being too cold, it reduces your stamina. Being too hot, it reduces your stamina. Climbing, it reduces your stamina. Increasing your stamina, it reduces your stamina.
Yeah, I thought he'd make that joke with the lollipop. It's like, I remember finding it and I was like, oh my god, I can actually climb up a wall now.
You're in a constant battle against the verticality of the mountain, everything trying to deplete your ability to climb, especially if you are playing with other people. There are items in games to help you negate this, including a large selection of legendary items that offer powerful effects. And there are also ones that reduce your stamina. You can jump, you can climb, you can become a ghost and annoy your friends after you inevitably fall to your death. Peak's mechanics are very fun. Peak is by all accounts a friendslop game. There is no story. It is buggy and immediately crashes when you change the language to French, but because of its creative item
I know that DJ Academics bit.
catalog, resource management, strong visual identity, and fun yet frustrating gameplay, in
Thank you, Sacro. I'm silking my song.
combination with a dev team that will hopefully add features and content in the future, it is saved. Final rating. Friend, gem, batteries, low.
Friend gem.
Fading, finally, death.
Friend.
Now, these are only a few select games, because despite there being no games, there's a lot of games.
No games.
But I hope I was able to paint
There are loads of games, but there's no games.
a clearer picture
Oh, thank you, Bittles for the raid. Appreciate it.
on things that are extremely similar, but couldn't be farther apart. So what are the consequences if you are infected with the virus? And is it really that bad? There is nothing inherently wrong with these types of games. Definitely not with the good ones, like the Lethals, or the Repos, or the Peaks of the world. Because
Have you seen someone fully breaking down the DJ Academics glitch? No, I haven't, but I'd love to see that.
They have the sauce. They are good games in their own right and are enhanced further by getting to share that experience with others.
Chat, would you rather have no games or unlimited games, but no games?
And for the other ones, they're at least cheap to buy, easy to play, and a fun bit of time wasting with the lads, or the ladettes, or the lad-thems. Because it may only
Monster Ultra
be $10, but all of a sudden when the next
Monster Ultra is literally, you are a gym rat or you're trans. Like that's it.
Shitto's epic adventure comes out and someone I know wants...
Check the stream thumbnail. What's the stream thumbnail? It's just Tony Soprano.
To play it, I need to buy it.
Okay, Ben.
And then my Steam library is filled with games that I can't refund, that will rot on my hard drive forever, never to be touched again.
The amount of times that's happened with games I own, like not even friend slop. You know how many people have buyer's remorse? Like they'll immediately buy, they'll hoover up a bunch of games during the Steam summer sale, praise Gay Ben for like, oh, they're so cheap, and then most people never play those games.
And this business model of peer pressure is what sells copies, either intentionally or not. There are many cases where a game is being purchased not for its quality, but for
games, but there are no games.
Something to do. If your friends are wanting to play and it's only $10, then that's basically free and you need to get it.
Isn't that really smart though? If a game is like $10 and it's 4-player, $40. So it's like just under the price of an actual AAA game.
But at the end of the day, people are arguing over semantics. The term friend slop is irrelevant. It is a placeholder for a sentiment people are holding towards a current trend.
But does that literally mean that friend slop doesn't exist? Or that it literally isn't useful for categorizing a specific genre of game?
No, there are definitely...
Me and Leafy never should have made it out that era. Like genuinely, we shouldn't.
Already existing and games yet to be made that 100% deserve the derogatory...
Oh, Scary Cargo. That's that game that didn't even have any actual gameplay, right? It was just all 3D. Hang on. Let me see if they've actually added gameplay since. Because it was genuinely just AI generated. Not AI generated, sorry, but it was all pre-generated. Yeah, it was like a bunch of already generated. It was like already generated, and then they just added a bunch of like reactions over it.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. Let's go!
Yeah, in-engine footage. There we go. The cope. The cope sentence.
Oh God!
Like no... Bro, no game on Earth would ever play like this. Yeah. Crazy.
Title of friend.
Like you could literally upload that onto YouTube and saying, you could call it Lethal Company Film, full trailer, and I would believe you.
Slop. If something is friend slop, that makes it bad. But that doesn't make it not fun. But it's not fun because of the game itself. It's fun because you get to spend time with your buddies. And you can do that for free.
Shit it in my pants. And for real, you should join my Patreon to my pants off.
Yeah, I actually need to join his Patreon. I keep forgetting to. Anyway, check Queerfire out. Very good channel. Incredibly underrated. Genuinely. Right, that video was very positive, so now I want to watch something very negative. I got linked this. I'm 25 years old, a failure, and hate myself. Why did I get linked this video?
There's no real goal behind this video. I just want to vent. I think most people do that with their friends or family, but I don't have either, so I'll just upload it to YouTube. I suddenly have this desire to talk because I've recently lost my job, and now I spend every night just lying in bed for hours, questioning myself, my future, my past, definitely. I think most people can relate.
It's really sad when you see situations like this, like someone that's actually so down in life that they have to force themselves to upload like a public video, almost like kind of a cry for help.
To lying in bed and just not being able to fall asleep because your brain just suddenly wants to think a lot. But yeah, since
Dude, that's me trying to sleep every single night, genuinely. Like my sleep recently has been fucking awful. That's why like I'm trying really hard to try and get on like ADHD meds or something to make my brain shut up.
I've lost my job, it's been pretty bad. As you can tell by the title, I'm a 25-year-old bum at this point. I've had a job, it lasted for about a year, yeah. But it was never enough to get a...
You can tell he's like holding back as well, right? Like there's absolutely no shame. Like he's just going to admit like, yeah, I'm a leech, even though he isn't. But obviously his opinion of himself is just so low.
Apartment or something. And yeah, now I just want to vocalize the thoughts and ideas that, yeah, plague me every night pretty much. Yeah, let's start at the beginning, I guess. I've been alone for most of my life. In primary school, I had something, I guess you could call them friends, yeah. But since the 5th grade, I've completely isolated myself from everyone. If you're wondering why the 5th grade in Germany is...
Yeah, I mean, when I was growing up, I didn't have too many friends. I had people that I knew, but weren't really friends. I do remember, like, when I was in secondary school and stuff, I was always kind of stuck in the nerd group. You know, the people that were just very socially awkward, that kind of thing. Because my social skills growing up were absolutely horrendous, like, genuinely. You know, I'd say all the wrong things. I wouldn't be able to, like, read the room and stuff like that.
Pyro, where has our daily slip been? Also, I'm watching this at work. I'm a security guard, but TBH, I'm just gonna go to my car and goon. Have a good one, mate.
Yeah, average night security guard there. Where's the daily slop? I recorded one earlier. Should be out soon.
It's the first school switch that you have to go through.
Yeah, but growing up, I didn't have that many friends. I'd always have a consistent friend group of like a couple people. But that was pretty much it.
And since then, every...
You know, like, this is going to sound so insilly, but I remember, like, growing up, and you'd always have... Do you remember there'd always be, like, the popular kid, whether it was at, like, school or, like, college and stuff like that? Like, every single time?
School day looked pretty much the same for me.
Or, like, you just knew that there were people that were in the kind of social hierarchy better than you, like, more respected than you. Because it's like, we're social animals, right? We all want to be liked. Some of us are extroverts, some of us are introvert, but all of us, like, unless you're an actual sociopath, psychopath, you want to be liked. You know, not being liked is, like, absolute kryptonite.
I came to the classroom, put my head on the table, tried to sleep, but that never really worked.
I mean, I know you're going to say something like, oh, Andrew Tate, he doesn't care, like, what people say or what people think, but, like, he'll care about
Please
what his fan base actually think about him.
Cares and or watch Parkpack's video on it, please, and thank you.
Thank you, Doug, for the 10. Yeah, I'll play it at some point.
Pretty much just lying around until the day's over. That was my school life, yeah. Pretty much since 5th grade until I was out of school.
Isn't it crazy how many people, like, at school live this same existence? Until, like, you know, video games were introduced. Because I feel a lot of people, they were, you know, a lot of people at school, they were kind of like social, not really that high in the hierarchy, that kind of thing. So their outlet was like video games, because then you meet someone else who's into video games, and then you know, like, I guarantee there has to be one person in chat right now that met a friend on like Xbox or something like that, and then over 5 years later, you're still friends with that person.
As you might imagine, my level of education because of that, not great, not great. My last school year was in 2018.
Isn't this?
And I've been a jobless bum until 2024, so 6 years of doing nothing. Then last year, I've got a job.
Wasn't this guy exposed? What? This guy?
The sort of freelancer thing, but that's no more.
Donkey said he met his best friends on Xbox Live. Yeah.
That's my work life. In regards to school, why I fumbled school, It was never really about the tests or anything related to that. It was always the social aspect. I'm never good around people at all, but children especially, even back then, I could not function with anyone like that around me. And I think that can be...
Yeah, my exams at school, like I was terrible at them. It was so weird. It was like I'd fail like...
One more thing, Pyro, what advice would you give to someone who wants to leave their hometown? Love the work, sincerely, the Gooning Night Shift Security Guard.
Wait, I'm getting some water. One more thing. What's some advice you would give someone? How'd you open this, by the way? It's like some protein sachet. You shake it? Oh, you twist it open. Okay. Someone that wants to leave their hometown. Thank you, Red, for the 10. Are you one of those Americans that's stuck in like a really small town and you hate it and there's nothing else to do apart from just drink? Because I've seen like so many documentaries and stuff of people that like feel that they just can't aspire to anything and they just always turn to drugs and stuff. I'd say if you can, like, get out, but you'd need to make plans for it. Don't just do it spur of the moment. Like, have an actual game plan.
We trace back to basically insecurity about being judged, because let's face it, children are not the nicest, pretty judgmental, and yeah, I could not deal with that. Still can't, but...
Well, most kids are like assholes at school.
So yeah,
I mean, I remember when I was at school, like, I was a bit of a prick as well.
Even today.
Like, I just never pay attention in class and stuff like that.
Any social interaction instantly gets me sweating, starts my heart pumping. What certainly didn't help is my weight. Throughout my entire childhood and teenage years, I was heavily overweight.
So was I. Believe me, I was a fat bastard. You remember my face reveal? Holy chubster.
I think at my peak I was like 135 kilograms.
It's a great curse, man. Be fat as a kid. Lose all the weight.
Then in 2019,
and then TF2 Pyro incident.
I started losing weight down to 80 kilograms, which I managed to hold. That's something at least. I can't really explain why I did that. Like, that was a really weird time in my life. But I think at least subconsciously somewhere I was hoping that if I was happier with my physical appearance, it would help my mental state. Right?
I think it does, to an extent though. If you can...
I'm Aussie Pyro, I don't drink or do drugs except vape, just been here for 24 years and need a change. Sincerely, the Gooning Night Shift Security Guard.
Oh, you're in the fucking outback. Oh shit, mate. Yeah, I totally understand that though, definitely. But yeah, I think changing your physical appearance can help a lot. Like losing weight. Some people are into gaining weight.
Body and mind's connected and so on, right?
So people that are trans, it's like, you feel like you're born in the wrong body. You're not allowed to transition. Okay, so I'm just going to spend the rest of my life just hating myself. Like, great.
That did not happen. Not at all. It changed nothing. It could be because I'm still not exactly happy with my...
I don't think changing your appearance fixes everyone, though. I think it could be multi-layered. I mean, this guy genuinely might just have a deep genetic depression.
Body. Like when I step on a scale, it's fine, right? The number is fine. But basically, I didn't manage to lose all the dead skin that came from my...
Honestly, I don't want to be cruel. I think I don't want to be cruel here. But I think I'm 28 and I look healthier than he does and he's 25. So I genuinely think if he had like a way to improve his looks, you know, like even like a hair transplant and stuff. This is me talking about hair transplant, by the way. But, you know, and then improve his appearance, I think that would actually boost his confidence. Now, what I'm not saying, so don't get it twisted, is that, oh, he should looks max and just Mew, bro. It's fine. You know, he even talked about dead skin and stuff there. Like, he might actually have, like, a skin condition. But the problem is, to fix your appearance or improve your appearance, you need the motivation and the willpower to do that. So if you're that deeply depressed, it's like a self-fulfilling cycle of, like, I need to do this thing. I can't do it because I'm so depressed. Then I hate myself because I can't do it. So then I become more depressed.
Back then. And so when I stand up...
Depression ages a man. Oh no, 100%. Stress does unreal things to your appearance.
In front of the mirror, it's still not exactly a...
Keep in mind, I was not roasting the guy. I wasn't. But I just know, like, a lot of people, if they work on their appearance, it can genuinely do wonders to mental health. But obviously the paradox is you need to have the willpower and the motivation to do it in the first place.
Nice thing to see, yeah. So I think my looks always were a detrimental factor to my entire life. A few years ago, my therapist recommended me a full-time clinic to go to, which I did. I stayed there for 3 months, lived there the entire day. There were like working shifts in the morning for 4 hours.
What does he mean? Did he go to a mental health ward?
Going there, I hoped that it would help me, right? Because it was a clinic for people with mental health problems like myself.
Oh, okay. Yep.
I hope that if I was around people somewhat similar to me, I'd be able to talk. I did my working shifts, as was mandatory. Then after...
Thank you, Iggy, for the 2. Join late. What's the plan today? Watching videos.
Work was always food in the cafeteria. And once I've eaten, I went to my room.
I'm a pretty stressed guy and I have spouts of depression, but it never gets this bad. Yeah, if it's consistent and it lasts for years, it can be absolutely debilitating. I think everyone goes through bouts of depression. I've gone through bouts of depression. Like, you know, everyone has.
As a trans individual, changing your physical appearance isn't priority for a lot of us. It's also mental stuff too. Love you, Pookie XD.
Thank you, Annan, for the 10. What do you mean mental stuff? Because I thought with... I mean, again, I can definitely speak on this because I'm not trans. But I thought it was... Because I've spoke to some trans people and they've basically... A lot of them have said to me, they feel that they're born... Shit. They feel like they're born in the wrong body. So they can work on improving their mental health by being able to transition.
And just waited for the day to be over. Yeah, I did that for 3 months. Then both myself and the staff agreed staying there would not lead to much in my current mental health state.
Yeah, that's really sad. He goes to a mental health ward and the staff are just like, nah, we can't help you, bro. That's shit. What? Why would they do that? That's like going to a therapist and the therapist... I mean, there's been therapists that have said to people, this isn't going to work, I'm sorry. But then what they do is they recommend you to one that has like a different way of helping. Like some therapists do CBT, cock and ball torture, or cognitive behavioral therapy. Like everyone has like a different way. They're taught a different way to kind of get into your head.
So even the clinic didn't really change me. Though it was mostly on me, right?
No, I fucking knew someone would say gym. I knew it. The thing is with the gym, it does naturally give you dopamine. It does. But again, it's like the looks maxing. To go to the gym, you need to actually have the motivation and the willpower to do it. This guy said at the start of the video, he's just been lying in bed day after day. Like there's no urge to get up. Like, how the fuck is he going to go from lying in bed to then doing an hour in the gym?
I wasn't.
Like when you go, I compare going to the gym as I compare me as a child going to church, right? Because I was brought up Christian. You feel great after the gym, like you feel great after church. Because after the gym, it's the longest possible time before you have to go back and do it again.
Maybe still, I'm not ready for big changes like that. I don't know. And the thing is, in my normal day-to-day life, I don't have a problem with being alone, not having anybody. At least it feels like that, right? I can easily entertain myself with other things, but it took a while to admit, but deep down, there is probably a part of me that wants some sort of bond with someone. The only
Yeah, I think the problem is when your depression gets that deep-rooted, you want to isolate more and more. You know, it's like you get invited out to do something. Oh, I can't. I'm not really feeling it. Because it's like, imagine the curse of being depressed and introvert, where it's like, you need social situations because you're a human and we're social animals, but then your social battery gets drained socializing. Like, the actual curse of that.
person that I have at all is my mom. I wouldn't really say we're close.
Okay, he has his mom at least. I thought he said at the beginning he didn't have any family, like they all passed away.
Like, there isn't much of a bond, really. It feels like more... Well, I feel like it's more...
Sarah Safari gym content creator. She said in the podcast that she goes to the gym to not off herself. That's crazy. I think you'll notice that a lot of content creators and a lot of content creators and streamers go to the gym. I mean, I do. I wouldn't say I'm ripped or anything. Definitely not. I've got a pretty average build. But like, you do it because if you're not going to the gym, you're basically just sat behind your computer all day.
More of an obligation for her because I'm her son. I love my mom. I do. But not too long ago, I did realize that she contributed to me being who I am in a negative way. We all...
Sertraline helped me feel better, but man, it's hard to not want to participate in a system that works against you. Oh, to want to participate.
No, the...
Yeah, I've heard mixed things on like antidepressants. I've heard from people that like, even though it's meant to be an antidepressant, when you start taking it, you feel worse than if you never took it in the first place, and only after the benefits come. Thank you, Iggy, for the 3. Rosenhan's 1973 experiment, sane patients were sent to psych wards, and somehow the psych wards diagnosed them with severe mental disorders. Yeah, it sounds like UK healthcare.
Let it be 10 years. First 10 years of your life are incredibly formative for your entire life. And when I look back at those years, if I had to...
Antidepressants change you entirely. I've never taken medication, so I can't relate. But I've just heard from people saying that they've become more depressed, but then they saw benefits afterwards.
To describe the parenting she did, I'd call it the bare minimum. Like making sure I go to school, basically that I leave the house in the morning, right? As long as she didn't hear from the teachers, she didn't really care what I did at school. And then, of course, she made sure I had food on my plate, which I'm thankful for. But they were also... They're not the best.
Well, yeah, any medication you take will always have side effects, always.
Best.
If there was like a perfect drug that didn't have any side effects, like imagine how like everyone would be taking it.
Things that happened. Yeah, around when I was 7 or 8, she got a new boyfriend who has a son, and my mom and the boyfriend often compared me to him, negatively, of course. And back then I didn't really think much of it, but looking back at it now as an adult, you shouldn't do that, definitely not. While I'm at my mom, might as well talk about my family situation as a whole. Like I said, I have pretty much nobody, and that's because I cut off the rest of my family. It's not like I have a big family in the first place, because we originally migrated to Germany in 2004.
I mean, that's another sad thing as well, like he's cut off his family. Because again, if you're in that deep depression, it's so much easier to isolate yourself instead of actually reaching out to people. Because there's a lot of things that happen when you reach out to someone. There could be feelings of like shame, embarrassment, which could get so huge that you just don't want to reach out to anyone.
And of course, not everyone came with us, so pretty much just a handful of people. I used to think I cut them off for more logical reasons, I guess you'd call them. I don't gain anything from keeping in contact. Over time, I realized there's a different reason.
Self-image is detrimental, you would not believe. For the longest time, I looked like something you'd goon to. What a way to describe yourself. So you look like a commission. Great. But then I got into boxing and it boosted my confidence. Oh, yeah. You know Young Lean? Is that Young Lean or is that Barry Dillon? Yo, Barry Dillon? Now, Young Lean got into boxing and it improved his mental confidence loads. I mean, Young Lean was someone that did loads of drugs. He went to a psych ward for a bit and then he got clean and then he relapsed and then he got clean and then he relapsed and then he got clean and he stayed clean. But he's over a year sober now, which is like based as fuck for him. But like I love Young Lean because he did this documentary with Spotify and he just lives like an old man, like a retired old man, just driving around in his car in Stockholm. And then he'll go to like a coffee house, get some tea, and then he'll drive to a studio and do a bunch of like clay pottery. And then he'll do boxing as well. And that's it. That's his day. And it's like, holy. Like, how much better of a life to live is that than, you know, so many people in the rap industry that just become like absolute druggies? Like, that's someone that in that industry went into the darkest depths imaginable of just complete psychosis, but he actually managed through his own willpower and his support network pulling him out of that.
As I've said, we've migrated over to Germany. And out of all my family members, my mom is the only one that really made an effort to integrate herself into this new country. The rest of my family...
Yeah, he lives like Mike Ermintrout.
...just kept on living like they're still back in Kazakhstan, right? And what came with that is a language barrier. I mainly learned German, right? I moved over when I was 4, so my Russian was very bad. So
I bet you this guy is such a nice, genuine person as well. I think I saw like a study somewhere saying that like if you're bilingual or if you learn more languages, you're naturally a more empathetic person.
All my family only speaks Russian.
I wouldn't say that with everyone. I think Hitler spoke some English, so I'm not going to say that with everyone. Thank you, Iggy. Life after treatment is what causes relapse. Oh yeah, definitely. Because then you got to learn how to do it all on your own.
And while I mainly speak German, so there was this language barrier. I have like 50 words in my vocabulary. And yeah, that's obviously nothing. So whenever I talked to someone out of my family, it felt like I had to play like a character, you know? I could never be myself. It almost felt like automatic responses, which I think that ties back to a core fear of mine, like being judged for who I am, not being myself, stuff like that, right?
Yeah, I feel like this is someone who has to constantly mask himself, which is really sad.
And yeah, that combined with the fact that I don't gain anything positive from them.
I mean, I feel everyone masks to an extent, right? I know that they use the term with autism about masking. That's like a more extreme degree. But it's like you go to a social outing, you meet people that you haven't seen before, you know, you mask, you try to represent yourself as the nicest version of yourself imaginable. You're hiding all the insecurities and all the problems.
I cut off contact with my entire family. So I spent my entire day watching YouTube, playing games, and that works. I can push away reality during the day. Yeah,
that's sad. Dude, I remember when I was like 15 playing video games and I could just do it. I could do it for a week straight. But now, because I'm 28, which isn't that much older than this guy, if I play video games all day now, I get depressed. Genuinely. I can't play video games anymore. On stream and for videos, yes. But playing video games in my own time. I mean, okay. So my day today, right? I went out, got my shit sorted with my dentist. They gave me like a scale and polish and stuff. And then I walked around Melbourne for a bit. I got like a coffee. And then I went shopping. I bought some protein powder, some contact lenses, just like boring essential stuff. And then I came back. I went to the gym. And then I had this beautiful poke bowl. And then I recorded some slop. And then I streamed. And then if I play video games after this stream on my own, it's like, okay, I've deserved this. Like that's my kind of downtime. But if I were to just sit and play video games all day, like when I was younger, I'd be like, this fucking sucks. Like, money. I need to make sure my team has work. You know, there's like all these kind of pressures and stuff like that. I remember this one comment, which is great. And it was this like guy in the subway and he was saying something. This is a great bit. I'll see if I can find it. Oh yeah, it's a fucking short, but.
When I was 10 years old, I was rich. I was an aristocrat, riding around in taxis, surrounded by comfort, and all I thought about was art and music. Now, I'm 36, and all I think about is money.
The quote doesn't entirely make sense, but it's like when you're a kid, it's just you can do absolutely nothing and just still enjoy yourself. There's no pressures. But then when you're in your 20s, it's like, okay, it's over. I need to lock in. I can't play video games. I'm not doing a drop shipping scam.
But like I've said, at night, the question...
Poke bowl. I said it right. We're not doing this again. I promise you, we're not doing this again. I'm not even fucking playing it because that's just a made up word. I'm not even playing the pronunciation. Made up word.
Pop up. What are you doing? What will you be doing? And what have you done in the past? And of course, you come up with solutions to the situation, right? Like one thing I could do is talk with people online, be it Discord or some sort of community. I don't know. I've never done that before. Right? Even though I'm an addict, internet addict, I never had a Discord.
Yeah, I think that's the saddest thing as well. Not that he doesn't have a Discord, that's a good thing. But it's like he just admitted to himself that he's so terminally online, and there are so many people out there that are terminally online. They just use the internet all the time to like shitpost and stuff. But then when it comes to actually talking to someone, they can't do it. There's this, you know the GIF, black man talking to the brick wall? It's literally just that. Like they cannot enter that realm of socializing because there's so many aspects that come. There's fear of rejection. What if this person doesn't like me? There's this fear of oversharing. I'm not posting on Twitter anymore. I'm actually talking to another person with thoughts and feelings. This is too much for me to manage. I just watch people like a tweet, you know, that kind of thing. So some people just like don't socialize. They just shut them off. They shut themselves off completely from it.
Account. I never was part of a community.
What's the shirt you're wearing? It's a Cruelty Squad shirt.
Never texted anyone online.
Are you coming to Oz Comic Con?
Because even
I've never done a Comic Con, you know. I might do one. I'll probably do PAX this year, but
it's too much. Any sort of social interaction is too much. So yeah, I don't.
Dude, I did a convention once at PAX, and then I met someone that queued up to see me that I literally commissioned art from. That was like the biggest whiplash I ever had in my life.
Know where I'm going in my life.
I really hope the comments for this guy are supportive.
Yeah, but I think I've said everything I have to.
I feel you, brother. I'm 27, no job, no career, never had a girlfriend, no friends. I'm 34, live in my car in California. You need a hug for real. Yeah, I love when you see these kinds of comment sections. Because all it is people just like supporting each other. You're 25. 6 months, hard work and dedication can completely change your life. Yeah, I think, what's the saying? Your brain locks in at 25. That's who you are. Like, the way I am now is going to be the way I am for the rest of my life. The only thing that's going to change is my body's going to get older. The point about being an internet addict and not talking to anyone on the internet is so real. I spend the majority of my time online, but don't communicate with a single person. Yeah, because again, it's that barrier. Like, you could face rejection. Fucking hell. I feel like I'm doing a healthy gamer GG bit here. Thank you for sharing that with us. I'm sure it wasn't easy. Please don't give up. Oh, here's an old head. I'm 42 and feel like a failure. I hate waking up every day to my existence and reality. I have almost 20 years on you. You have plenty of time to change and take opportunities. Don't let the enemy win. Keep building calluses. Yeah, 42 is crazy. That's a completely different generation. That was like before the internet, or like when the internet was first. No, that was before the internet. I'm 27. Took me 6 years to finish university. Been unemployed since 2022. I hate dealing with people. Wish I had a farm or something so I can sustain myself. Yeah, I really hope these guys self-improve, because there's a very dangerous thing that happens when people feel like they've got nothing in life. They start to hate society and blame society for it. Society is at fault. Society is at fault, by the way. I'm not disagreeing with that. Like, fucking, you see, like, mental health in the UK? Holy shit. Wait, let's have a look. There will just be an article saying they're getting worse. 22% of 17 to 24-year-olds experience a mental health disorder. 1 in 4 people in the UK have a mental health condition. Fucking 1 in 4. Oh, nice one. House of Commons Library, statistic going up. Why resilience won't solve the mental health crisis? Yeah, if you actually put some fucking money into mental health care in the UK, you wouldn't have that problem, would you? But anyways. My girlfriend of 5 years left me after my entire business went up in smoke. Lost my house, my fiance, my job, all my money, all my motivation. I gained weight, my dog, self-esteem. Yeah, that's another thing as well. Like, people tend to put on a lot of weight in depression, usually because, like, you know, junk food, for example, gives you like so much dopamine. You feel like shit afterwards. You know the meme where it's like you order a KFC and ordering it, you get a better high than when you've actually eaten it, then you just feel like shit. But if you've got nothing else, you'll keep doing that. And then you put on weight, and then you'll feel even worse about yourself. I feel like I'm about to go full fucking incel, man. Like, our society is fucking full of so many nasty little traps that you can fall into. And you need to be, like, keyed and locked in to be able to fight against all of those. Seriously. It's actually insane. Alright, this video is actually... fucking hell. Anyways. The mask slipped there for a second. This is why this school banned Fortnite. How does a school ban Fortnite? You can't play video games in school. Like, dude, there are schools in America that take your phone off you in like a little pouch, like you go to Berghain in Berlin.
Strangest bans in video game history. And while some are harmless, others were so bad they got the game banned from schools.
I'm glad they put a stop to it.
Apparently things got better for him in his latest video. That's good to hear.
I'm gonna be talking to my son about it tonight.
Today, I'm investigating the weirdest bans in Fortnite, and they'll get worse and worse as we start off with what happened this week.
Oh, I saw this. The ones where you could like grind against another character. They've now done like a COVID distance gap of like 5 meters, so you can't do it.
You see, Fortnite just pushed an update that stops players from misusing.
Also. Like, you are not telling me people on the dev team of that game are not furries? Where is it? Like some dragon ninja. Like, look at that skin, man. And then from behind, like his ass is out and everything. Just completely naked. Like, there definitely are furries on that dev team.
Emotes. Like, what does that even mean? Well, if you've
Scaly, sorry, I used the wrong pronouns.
ever played more than 5 minutes of Party Royale, you'll realize it's incredibly sus. It's been such a huge problem over the past few years that we all just assumed Fortnite decided not to do anything about it. And well, we were wrong. I logged in this week to an update they didn't tell us about, banning players from doing certain emotes near anyone who's doing party hips or pokey. But this officially means that all freaky dancing is banned in Fortnite.
Terrible. Absolutely abysmal day for Gooners.
So like I said, these bans get weirder and weirder as we learn the story of a pro player who was evicted from a
The accent? Oh no, he has the TikTok accent a bit, yeah.
tournament for the craziest reason.
This guy was banned for the craziest reason. He did this thing where he gooned on a live stream.
Because just one day before the start of 2024 FNCS Globals, Yomzo had qualified and was on his way to the tournament, but there was one problem.
Nice. What is that quality? He looks like he just has eyebrows. Look, let me move the camera. Where have his eyes gone, bro? I just see a mouth and 2 eyebrows. I was like, where did he steal this from?
One problem. Despite the fact that he was an absolute beast at Fortnite, that's not enough to get you in a real-life LAN event, because Yomzo was under 18. You see, if you're a minor, you need somebody above age to legally accompany you to these events, and that's why Yomzo asked
Did he win and then he just got no money? What a great way for Epic to worm out of that one.
his buddy Faxity to be his guardian for the event. Everything seemed fine until they turned up on the day and made
Best friend.
a terrible discovery. Epic heard about Yomzo showing up and double-checked his forums, noticing a major discrepancy. His mom hadn't signed off on Faxity being his guardian, and therefore he was not allowed to be there. And was
Oh, now the billion-dollar company doesn't have to pay him. No.
technically an unaccompanied minor at the event. This is where things get weird, because it wasn't just Yomzo that was sent home, but also his friend. It turns out that Faxity was breaking the rules by swearing around minors, and that's enough to get you booted from the entire event.
I'm sorry, what? That gets you banned from the event? I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what?
Kind of happened? Well, I didn't qualify, so shocker. I was a snowman all game, and then someone fucking shot me. So, oh, can I not swear?
This is a family show, mate.
Oh shit.
Thank goodness there were no children in the audience for Fortnite. That would have been disastrous.
So both of them were
Rules for thee, but not for me moment.
told to pack their bag
I'm not saying laser beam should have been banned. Definitely not, but what is that cope?
and get on the next flight home in one of the weirdest bans of all time. Now, if there's one place you're most likely to get punished for liking Fortnite, it's at school. Because back in the early days of the game, it was a total
Did you get bullied for liking Fortnite at school? Surely not. That's like what all the Zoomers play.
epidemic. Schools everywhere didn't know how to deal with the huge popularity of Fortnite. Personally,
Like, if you say you play Valorant, yeah, you should be bullied 100%.
I think we all know wasn't a big problem. After all, it's a pretty family-friendly game. But this didn't stop some schools from going all out to ban any enjoyment. There are a couple schools in this video, and their reaction to Fortnite gets more and more unhinged until we get to one that banned the game. But for now, in the United Kingdom, this school's principal sent out a letter to parents. Fortnite is about mass killing of other human beings and being awarded by a dance of celebration if you're successful.
First of all, he misspelt plus. Second of all, he ain't lying. He ain't lying.
One of the
overreaction.
These dances is called the censor dance.
The N-word dance. That's not what?
She then claimed that
Please show what that dance is.
children in our school have been using these dances to surround and intimidate other children. Like, she fully believed that Fortnite was to blame for kids simply dancing on the playground. So they decided to ban the floss from school. If you were caught doing it, like, you'd actually get punished. After getting this letter, parents were so confused, claiming their kids didn't even play Fortnite and simply liked to dance. And people were shocked that a school would blame a video game for bullying. If there's one thing you probably should
The Peter bot dance.
couldn't combine its Loser Fruit's iconic stream snipers and a tournament. Because during a solo victory cup, she was in the middle of a challenge where she was trying to win matches without moving an inch. It was going well for the first couple games, except the only problem is she was streaming the whole thing, making it very easy for her viewers to stream snipe her.
No, Leo! I moved like a step back. Do not give me the kill.
Loser Fruit didn't want any of that. She was determined to pull this off with zero help, but that didn't stop the snipers.
Stop putting, that's so mean, I can't move! Oh my god, thank you for the bananas.
Now, due to the rules of her own challenge, she couldn't run away from them, so she just had to sit there and accept their items. In fact, at one point, they even boxed her in and stood guard so no one could take her out.
But it's like, it's teaming against my will though. Does it count as teaming if it's against my will?
So, if you've been playing Fortnite for a long time, you already know where this is going. In fact, even Loser Fruit herself was worried.
I'm gonna get kicked from this game, aren't I, for teaming? I'm gonna get banned from this tournament.
Naturally, just a few matches later, she was greeted with this.
13-day ban.
I didn't do anything, I promise.
Okay, Lufu, I did warn you about this, by the way.
I asked the person to leave me alone, but I can't
She on a fucking treadmill when streaming?
move, but they didn't leave me alone. Yeah, this is confirmation it was from the solo, by the way. This is so sad.
You don't want to buy a treadmill when I stream now.
Mean it, though. I was just standing still.
Isn't this insane considering the fact that she never even moved? So as you know, these bans are getting stranger as we go, and nothing is as weird as thousands of innocent
That one was such a nothing ban, by the way.
players getting banned for recording their game. It turns out that back in Chapter 5, people logged into
181 days. Did they just throw a dice and it just lands on a number? They're like, yeah, that many days. Like, what a specific amount of days.
Fortnite only to be given a ban for exploiting. It wasn't long before some genius players tracked down the problem, noticing a pattern between all the people who were accidentally banned. They had all been doing the same thing before it happened, recording their game with OBS. Turns out that OBS has some plugins you can install that let you record in vertical format, so, you know, it's easier to film TikToks and Reels. Well, Epic's anti-cheat saw this plugin and flagged it as a hacking client, instantly banning anyone who used it. This gets so much worse though, because Epic was on vacation during
Like, you know, all the clip farmers were crying that day.
the commotion, which meant it took a week
All the shorts merchants collectively wept.
to fix it. In the meantime, they had to just keep unbanning players who would in turn log in again and then just get rebanned.
Why would you, Pyro, why would you want to get skinny? That's the opposite of what you like. It's almost like what I like doesn't carry over into the real world.
And anyone affected was given
I'm just mentally ill.
2,000 V-Bucks as compensation, so I wouldn't be surprised that people purposefully installed the plugin just to get banned for free skins. Heading back to streamers, if there's anyone with crazy special treatment, it's top creators, you know, like Kai Cenat and iShowSpeed. These two actually aren't the subject of some of Fortnite's weirdest bans because obviously they're way too popular for that. Instead, it's the opposite. According to reports, during Kai and Speed subathon, Epic Games installed special permissions on their accounts. So anyone who stream sniped during this marathon could be reported by them and then banned within seconds. This has been suspected in the past, especially back during peak streams hosted by Ninja, Tfue, Courage, and more, where they would also report people for sniping and no.
I remember this. And I swear the guy wasn't even stream sniping. He just reported him. And you know when it's a ninja report, that gets escalated and they get banned immediately.
Moved from the match instantly. The thing is, there's still no confirmation that any of these guys are on a special account. Some fans believe it's simply a case of Epic watching the streams live and then banning them manually. Either way, this rumor means that stream sniping
They definitely would get like special treatment 100%.
huge creators
I feel like they need to, though, to be fair. Like, if they're bringing so many people to the game.
is one of the fastest ways to get banned outside of anti-cheat. And speaking of hackers, not even anti-cheat is fast enough sometimes, as Cypher PK would quickly learn. While he doesn't have the rumored special account, he can still have a powerful voice that influences tournaments. You see, during the FNCS Majors qualifying round, Cypher PK and Noah W teamed up only to get 1,002nd place. But they were just 2 spots away from qualifying for the next round, and Cypher was not happy.
Please single out the guy with Twitch in his name.
So he went and looked through every single team in the top 1,000 and double checked that their matches were legitimate. You see, when you look at a leaderboard for a cup, you could actually view all of the replay files of every participant. And thanks to this, Cypher eventually discovered that 2 people were hacking and stole a spot in the semis from him and Noah. One of these people, OOR Booga, had placed 58th, while the other one, I'm Chasing IDC, was in the top 800. He immediately exposed the guys on Twitter and went even further when he discovered an aimbotter named Lipid's Peace, who is teaming with a guy
Dude took to Twitter to cry.
who sells hacks. Not even 3 minutes later, Fortnite confirmed they had banned all of the hackers, and Cypher was actually able to continue into round 3 of qualifying. Despite the fact these were legitimate cheaters who deserved to be exposed, fans still piled on Cypher for having this kind of power, saying this is rigged and only big influencers like you can have the actual power.
I mean, dude, he got 1,600 likes and you're highlighting an 8-like tweet.
A little bit of clout is all you need to ban people. What about regular players like us? Others tried to defend the hackers, saying it's a huge L banning people so you could qualify. Y'all are gonna get...
If it was proven they were hacking, like actually proven, it wasn't just like a mold cope, then I think that's deserved.
Destroyed in the first round. So why are we out here defending hackers? But in my opinion, if you're hacking, you don't deserve your spot. I think Cypher's in the right on this one. What about when Fortnite's bans actually make people lose their job? Well, at the start of Chapter 6, Epic adopted a brand new policy. For the past few years, there have been some YouTubers who have built generic UEFN maps and then promoted them online, pretending they have like an XP glitch in them and then farming players. Usually, you join
Was that Lego?
in the map and it'll have some kind of playtime requirement which generates money for the creator. Then you realize there wasn't an XP glitch at all and it just gives you a regular amount, which was a huge problem at the time. This is where Epic began copyright striking any clickbait that claims creative maps can exploit levels. Some creators got so many strikes that their entire channel was put on suspension or even faced a permanent ban from YouTube. Like, some people lost their livelihood over this. And before you think,
what you mean? Your livelihood is like talking about XP farms, dude.
hey, maybe they deserved it. It seems that not all of the creators were treated fairly. There are some scummy channels out there that just straight up lie about XP glitches for money, but other creators like Loot Station were affected, and he claimed
Wait, there's Fortnite content farms? I could not imagine.
he has never misled or lied about ways to grind XP. He's been doing Battle Pass level guides for years, long before creative even existed. So if you thought that was a crazy way to suffer
I thought that was Pickle Rick for a second.
Epic's wrath, just wait until you hear about one person who believed they could ignore Fortnite's punishment and get away with it. In June 2024, a player named
Oh, I think we know who this is.
Sebastian woke up to an alert on his game. He had been permanently banned from Fortnite. You see, Sebastian has spent the past 4 months taking part in over 18 different Fortnite.
Oh no. This isn't the British kid that cried with the broccoli hair, right? That wasn't him. The one who got banned and he made an entire video like filming himself crying.
Fortnite tournaments, winning almost $7,000 in prize money through hacking. Despite being reported 990 different times during his playthrough, Epic didn't do anything, but that didn't mean they weren't aware of him. In fact, they had spent those 4 months watching Sebastian, learning how he was able to avoid the anti-cheat, and letting him rake in prize money so that eventually they could take him to court. Even after permanently banning him in June, they quickly realized that Sebastian had found a way to avoid it with a new account and spoofed his computer details to get past the hardware ban. All of this resulted in him continuing to cheat for another few months. Then, in December, Sebastian was taken by surprise when he received a letter from Epic Games summoning him to
175K. Was that K? Oh my good heavens.
Games, summoning him to court for a copyright infringement lawsuit. So, how did he respond? Well, that's just it. He didn't. Not only did he ignore all of their letters, he didn't even show up a single day to court. This would turn out to be Sebastian's grave mistake, as the
Was he in America? Because if he was in a foreign country, he'd probably just be like, I ignore it.
judge immediately ruled in favor of Epic, and his punishment was over $175,000 in damages that Fortnite would donate to charity. When Epic announced this, they stated that he used cheating software and hardware and tried to avoid
That's just a massive fuck you. That's like, we have so much money, we don't even need it. We just want to watch you suffer.
getting caught by using multiple accounts. It didn't work. But I think all of us could remember the day that Fortnite's largest ban took place, one that affected every single item in our lockers. With the introduction of Lego, Epic revealed age ratings. The day this happened, we looked at our inventories and were greeted with hundreds of warning symbols, banning us from using skins we had already paid money for. The worst part is how ridiculous some of the warnings were, with characters like Black Widow, Carnage, the Devourer, even Marsha getting banned from creative maps that were ages 12 and up. All of this was because Fortnite couldn't allow kids under 12 years old to own outfits that have fake bullets, knives, grenades, or were just considered quote-unquote scary.
I like how the furry skin got banned. The furry skin with its feet out.
12 years old to own outfits that have fake bullets, knives, grenades, or were just considered quote-unquote scary. Turns out fear is a real factor in age ratings. This was one of the craziest days in Fortnite history. Nobody was expecting it. We felt cheated that night.
Oh yeah, fear is a thing in age rating. I remember Peggy. Hang on. I don't know whether they still use these, maybe. There's like gambling. Ah, there we go. Yeah, this is it. Yeah, you've got bad language, discrimination. Well, that's just every public lobby. Drugs, fear. Oh, scary. Gambling, sex, violence. I never saw fear on any game that I bought as a kid. I remember it'd just always be violence and bad language. And that'd be it. Wait, what's that one? There's a DLC. In-game purchases. Imagine if it's got in-game purchases, they just instantly bump it up to 18.
Now we couldn't use our favorite skins and half of the creative maps. So Epic were forced to reverse this ban by changing some outfits.
Fear and hunger?
Reassessing their age ratings or focusing on the more severe restrictions. Even then, it was reassessing their age ratings or...
Can't play as Venom. Can't play as David Guetta. Can't play as Xenomorph. I like how these are all symbiotes and then just David Guetta. What?
We're focusing on the more severe restrictions. Even then, it was mostly out of Epic's hands because all of this was forced on them when they turned Fortnite from a T for teen to E for everyone. The craziest part, it wasn't just because of Lego.
Isn't Venom literally like a T-rated film as well?
It was also rocket racing, which turned out to be a failed mode that was abandoned after just a few months. Sometimes the weirdest bans have good reasons, like when Fortnite announced that they were banning confrontational emotes. We all saw this and thought, wait, you're getting rid of dances that cause people to rage quit? Like, it sounded ridiculous until you look at the full list, which includes things like the plantain emote and the whip crack, which have historically been used in
I have seen many videos that have used those in bad ways, yep.
terrible ways.
Dude, I remember, like, they're such fucking idiots. Like, they add these emotes and just have no idea that they can be used in a bad way. I remember, like, they did, like, Black History Month or something like that in Fortnite, and they had a projector showing, like, Martin Luther King, and people were just spamming Rotten Tomatoes and, like, throwing it at the projector.
While fans could understand that, they were a little more confused that more innocent emotes like the donkey laugh and take the L were looped in here simply because Epic considered them confrontational. And it begs the question, why did they even
A game you kill people to win, and the L dance is too much.
add these to the game? They were obviously designed to be toxic from the beginning. Now, you can still use these emotes whenever you wanted. This new ban was actually a setting that blocked other players from seeing the dances, and it was on by default, so it's basically subtle censorship. Despite the
See confrontational emotes. Holy soy.
good reasons and strange implementation of this, it remains one of the most controversial bans. Now, we have to talk about what happened in June 2025 when someone posted this on Reddit. They claim they said some questionable things, and in return, they were banned from having a friends list for 2,912,651 days. Like, I don't even know what kind of insane
Game with guns to kill, by the way. Like, they're not even Nerf guns. They're actual real guns. But it's like, take the L? No. That's too much.
things you could say to warrant the next
100%. Some 12-year-old got killed. And then whoever killed him did the take the L dance, and he cried to Epic, saying he was like traumatized.
3 generations of your family getting banned? But that brings us to the Kentucky high school that allows you to graduate through their esports program as long as it's not Fortnite. And the worst part is, it's not just one school, it's the whole state. Let's dive into it. In January 2020, Kentucky's High School Athletic Association banned Fortnite from all varsity esports programs. The reason? It apparently portrays and promotes gun violence. A game with a teen rating, cartoony graphics, and a weapon called the Inflatable was deemed too
Wait a minute. They're cooking with this one.
violent for the state of Kentucky. This happened because the state had partnered with a company that offers esports programs and learned that Fortnite was on their list of supported games. After pointing this out, one of the employees of the company said they had no knowledge of this and were strongly against it, going further to say that shooter games have no place in schools. This was hard to believe considering just before this, the esports
Shooting games have no place in school. I think you're missing the bigger picture there. I don't think it's Fortnite that's causing that stuff.
Sports company was literally operating a national club league in partnership with Epic and an official Fortnite competitive series at the high school level. This became such a mess that Kentucky was left with just 3 games that were allowed in schools. Rocket League,
It's like, you can't use Fortnite. No, that's bad. There's guns. Guns kill people. Anyway, here's this TikTok of Baby Gronk rizzing up Livy Dunn.
Blight, and League of Legends, 2 of which also feature cartoon violence. At the end of the day, it remains probably the strangest ban of Fortnite history. As always, it's been Tommy and keep it here on Top 5 Gaming.
Americans, man. American rules. Crazy. Ooh, this one I'm actually kind of hyped for. The Incredibles theory, Gamma Jack is Jack Jack. Where's that Incredibles bit about the shrimp? I'm going to play that again. It looks like this thread needs a hero. It's the cartoon sound effects, man.
There's shrimp on sale in the next exit. Shrimp on sale at this hour.
How convenient.
I'm gonna take the next exit.
Shrimp at this hour. How convenient. I'm gonna take the next exit. This is gonna be like my new fucking autistic stim, man. Just saying shrimp at this hour. It's like the smallest sounds when he collides full on with a car. Just like a little like can being dropped.
Close one. I'm going to Parallel Park.
I'm going to Parallel Park.
Alright, shrimp family, who wants some shrimp? I do. I love shrimp!
Shrimp at this hour. How convenient. Like, where did that come from? Like, what? Thank you, Raccoon Lord, for the 18 months. Shrimp. God, you're old. That meme is like 8 months old, idiot.
What if I told you that this is actually Jack Jack from the future?
I do love watching that scene where he looks at the computer to see which superheroes died to Omnidroid and like which, I think there was like 2 or 3 superheroes that actually managed to like kill the Omnidroid, like reading all their powers and stuff like that. I really wish, I know it's never going to happen, but I really wish there was an Incredibles film that focused back in the 60s or the 50s or whenever Bob was like younger, you know, when he was actually in shape and stuff like that, and all the superheroes were like still legal and they weren't banned. Because it'd be so cool to see like all the different superheroes and stuff and like how they worked. I know it'd be kind of generic, but still.
Gamma Jack is a character from The Incredibles that we see only for a few seconds. He is one of the many superheroes Syndrome killed as a part of Operation Chronos, and at first glance, he just kind of seems like a throwaway filler character. But if you look in The Incredibles DVD extras, you'll find a bunch of files full of information about all of these deceased heroes, including their powers, personality traits, and even audio clips of them talking.
Wait, what powers do they have again?
You'll find a bunch of files full of information.
Apogee, gravity control, travels by solar-powered levitation, wears solar-enhancing membrane suit, power increases, the sun reaches apogee. So that's basically like that perk you pick in like Fallout, where you gain like +1 to every stat during the day.
About all of these deceased.
Dyna Guy, disintegration ray, disrupts atomic force. Isn't that the same as Gazer Beam though? Like he had a ray as well?
These deceased heroes.
Splashdown, flight, underwater, high-speed travel, ability to breathe underwater. I mean, that's basically Aquaman. That's probably why they'll never do a film like that, looking back in the past of when all the superheroes were around. Because it's like, so many of these powers overlap. It's like, you know, Gazer Beam, Cyclops, this guy, Aquaman. Thank you, Six Source, for the 3. Do you think Mr. Incredible got inflated from eating all that shrimp? Have you seen the green Mr. Incredible? There's your answer.
Including their powers, personality traits, and even audio clips of them talking.
Wait, Gazer Beam's power type is shit. How did he beat an Omnidroid?
I'm a man of culture, a man of passion, and I would say a man of humor, which is not widely known.
But Gamma Jack's file is a
Oh, I don't think he beat an Omnidroid, actually, did he?
bit different than
Gamma Jack, controlled radiation burst. Yeah, because he's one of the guys that beat an Omnidroid. So then they had to upgrade one to kill him. From focus burns to complete disintegration, maximum range of high intensity burst is 100 meters. Sharp intensity fall off over distance. So it's basically Gazer Beam, but just radiation. Originally known as Handsome Jack, a favorite of the ladies, prone to tyrannical megalomaniacal impulses, believes supers to be a superior race. Wait, this guy's fucking Homelander. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Like some Aryan superhero here. NSA recommends close A-level monitoring.
and the other heroes. He is one
He's basically fucking Homelander. What?
of the most powerful supers
Imagine how his ego went through the roof after he beat an Omnidroid as well.
in this franchise, with extremely dangerous radiation powers and a very disturbing personality.
Part of my job is to prioritize which villains I'm going to combat. The real kicker is I get these dames, man, these dame villains, and they got the curves and the hair and the big eyes, and boy, those ones, they're really, really hard to kill.
He's the only hero who outright kills people, and when it comes to saving people, he always prioritizes attractive women first.
You know, I take
This is Homelander! Just replace attractive women with milk.
a look around, I see if there's any good-looking women who need to be rescued immediately, and then I sort of start from there and work my way down the list. You know, if you've got Tubby Joe Schmo over there with a laser pointed at his head, then he might have to wait in line a little while.
He's described as tyrannical and megalomaniacal, and even believes people with superpowers are a superior race. Gamma Jack is like a straight-up villain. He's basically the Incredibles version
I said it first. Don't steal my bit, bro.
of Homelander, and a lot of people have been making videos about him recently because of how much he sticks out in this franchise. But I think I've discovered something that nobody else has yet. What if Gamma Jack isn't just some background character? What if he's someone who's been hiding in plain sight all of this time? I believe that Gamma Jack is actually Jack from the future. I know that sounds like a big stretch.
No, but Jack's powers were like transforming, right? He could take on the ability of well, anything.
At first
He's basically like the most powerful superhero in the known universe.
glance, these two characters seem nothing alike, both in their powers and personality.
Yeah, we're going into film theory territory, definitely.
Looks normal to me. I mean, how could I possibly claim that sweet, adorable Jack is actually a tyrannical super supremacist? Well,
He had a bunch of powers. He could basically transform into anything. Like, he set himself on fire. He turned into, like, a demon. He's got, like, the ability of flight, like telekinesis. He basically had every superhero's ability combined into, like, one person.
just stick with me, because I guarantee
That's probably why they'll never do Incredibles 3, by the way, because it'll be Jack grown up. They'll just have to kill him off screen or something, like, if they do that, because it's like, this superhero is way too powerful.
that this will be the most compelling, believable Incredibles theory you will ever hear. You are going to be blown away by how well all of this lines up.
They announced Incredibles 3? They did not. Oh. Damn. Yeah. They actually did. I wonder if they'll say how much of a jump there is. No confirmation in time jump. It'll probably be shortly after the, because the second film was basically right after the first film with the Mole Man. I remember that. No, what's he called? The Underminer. That's right, because they made a game on it. Yeah, the third film will probably be straight after the second film. Because if they do a huge time jump where it's like, you know, they're all grown up and Jack is like a kid. If Jack was like a kid, he would basically end up like, what was he called? Syndrome?
This is the Gamma Jack theory.
Jack being the villain would be peak. That would actually be... No, that'd be really... You should be hired. You should be hired by Brad Bird and Disney, I think. That'd be a really good twist, right? Like all the emotional strings and stuff of like family going bad and that kind of thing. They won't do it though.
So
it'll probably just be all about the Underminer or something.
This all started when I noticed a couple strange similarities between these two characters.
I don't know, what would they do for The Incredibles 3? They'll probably do something really boring, where it's like, something is happening and everyone's losing their powers, so they have to adjust to living a normal life, even though that's exactly what they were trying to do anyway.
Obviously, they are both named Jack, and they are both extremely powerful supers. There's also maybe a passing resemblance, with both of them having a similar mask, and...
Alright, I hate to say this, you're not going to unsee it, but if you remove the hair and the mask, that is basically just the Boss Baby.
Their hair ending in a single sharp point. But I didn't really start to take this seriously until I started comparing Gamma Jack's file to Jack. Gamma Jack is described as a picky eater, which is probably one of Jack's most defining traits.
Could you imagine if this is the plot of the third film, like it actually is Jack?
Literally, Jack's first scene is Helen struggling to get him to eat, and a large part of the Incredibles 2 plot revolves around Jack only wanting to eat cookies and throwing a massive tantrum when he doesn't get them.
Obviously, I can't keep giving him cookies. Nobody in a day.
Jack.
I like the jump in logic. It's like he's Homelander from the future. There's no way that he's just a baby that's a picky eater. Now we're jumping the shark a little bit.
Jack is an extremely picky eater. Gamma Jack is also described as a favorite of the ladies, which I think you can also apply to Jack.
Can't I, little baby boy? Who can handle it? Who can handle it?
Babysitting this one? I do for free.
All of the women who take care of Jack clearly adore him.
Yeah. His mom is gonna... The mom will love its child, by the way.
All night making sure you look...
Isn't Edna Mode voiced by Brad Bird as well, like the guy that made the film? I didn't even know that was a guy voicing her.
Fabulous in your mini boss.
He is definitely a favorite of these ladies. Okay, but what about tyrannical and megalomaniacal?
Two ladies award. I mean, I think with Edna, it was more like she's a complete bitch, but then like she has a weakness for like, you know, babies and stuff. And that was the joke.
Impulses. Well, doesn't that kind of sound like how Jack is constantly and impulsively throwing?
Now, I really like this theory, but have you ever seen a baby cry before? You ever been in like a shopping center and you hear some little baby wailing for 20 minutes and the mother just looks so embarrassed?
Violent tantrums?
Combustion imminent? What does that mean?
Babies are literally bastards on purpose. They're designed to be. They don't have the ability to speak. So the only way that they can communicate instinctively is by crying. They want food, they cry. They need to shit themselves, they cry.
It means fire, Rob.
They want to sleep, they cry.
Even when Jack fights someone, he seems to always go for the kill, just like Gamma Jack. I mean, he did kind of indirectly kill Syndrome. Okay.
Dude, my mom told me that when I was like a baby, I would like pick up spiders and eat them. I'm trying to make the point here that children and babies are very stupid.
So there are some
there is no sense of like logic or morality or reasoning.
Surprising similarities here, but let's address the elephant in the room. Gamma Jack is an adult who died in the past, and Jack is obviously a baby in the present. For this to work, there would need to be some kind of...
You turned out normal. Well, now if I kill a spider, I feel really bad. So I changed. Like iDubbbz, I learned empathy.
Of time travel involved. And while Jack Jack is an extremely powerful super with many different reality warping powers, we never actually see him do anything that resembles time travel. The closest we maybe get is his weird ability to travel between dimensions.
What the? Cookie. Cha-Cha want a cookie? Wow. He can still hear you from the other dimension, yeah. That is freaky.
Except, I think there might be more to this dimensional power than we think. In The Incredibles 2, Edna...
I'd be letting spiders chill. I won't even kill flies. The only bug that I kill immediately is mosquitoes. That's it. Because mosquitoes, like, they are your enemy. They'll go for you. Like, you know, hornets, wasps, they only fuck with you if you fuck with them. Mosquitoes are like, no, I'm rent-free. I need your blood.
Creates a device that can help track and manage Jack Jack's powers, and it can even be used to help find Jack Jack when he moves into the other dimension.
He vanished! Okay, good. Use the thing. See that? That's the current readout. Click it. See the readout? Dimension 4. So where is he?
There!
But if you look closely, you'll see that the device labels Jack Jack's dimension as 4D, as in the fourth dimension, a dimension that is commonly accepted to represent time, meaning when Jack Jack is warping through dimensions...
I genuinely can't tell if this is like an April 1st video or something. Thank you, Mayday, for the 13.
He is actually traveling through...
Give me 8-hour in-head video. Fear and Hunger isn't in-head, sadly.
Time. Okay, so Jack Jack could have traveled back in time and became Gamma Jack. But here's another big issue with this theory. If they're supposed to be the same person, then why are their powers different? Maybe you could argue Jack Jack has some radiation-based powers, but Gamma Jack definitely...
I mean, I could believe that Jack Jack has the abilities that Gamma does.
He doesn't have Jack Jack's many reality warping god powers.
What will the cope be, I wonder? Like, time travel made him lose his powers and he only had one?
No! And yes, that is true, but listen to how Edna talks about Jack Jack's powers.
Like all babies, he has enormous potential.
Oh, doesn't she have a line saying, like, he'll lose them as he grows up?
It's not unknown for supers to have more than one power when young, but this little one has many.
It is not unknown for supers to have more than one power when young. She talks about it like all super babies can have multiple powers when they're young, but eventually they all grow up and narrow it down to just one or two. Director Brad Bird has also made similar comments about how Jack Jack's powers are because of the unlimited potential he has as a baby.
Babies are unknown, so they could be nothing, they could be everything. You don't know. Every single one of them is up for grabs of what they're going to become. They could become a leader of the free world or a bagman, or maybe both. I don't know.
Maybe Jack Jack having
Okay, that's the only thing that's been said in this video that actually holds any weight to it.
so many powers is kind of unusual, but there is a precedent that he could lose most of his powers. In fact, this explains why Jack Jack would be living in the past under a new identity. Maybe Jack Jack traveled back in...
Is the Incredibles lore truly this deep? Yeah, when Pixar cared, they actually had like loads of little kind of in-jokes and references and stuff that people just built entire lore videos about.
time and then lost his
Like, there's so many lore videos about like Monsters Inc. and stuff like that.
ability to time travel, making him stuck in the past forever. This also lines up with a deleted flashback scene from the first Incredibles, where we can see Gamma Jack was close friends with Mr. Incredible and Frozone.
Although he tried to hide his powers, a few of us had heard about them and approached him. Had to talk him into becoming a superhero. We had a...
Have you seen the ultimate Pixar connection theory? Yeah, that's right. Because they keep putting Easter eggs of previous films in their future films. Everyone kind of had this theory that like they're all connected. I mean, they probably are, to be fair. If you've got fucking Marvel and stuff that's all connected.
a club. The first club that...
When they truly run out of ideas, that's what they'll do, by the way. They'll have like a film that combines all their CG characters.
wanted him to join.
It makes sense. If Jack Jack is trapped in the past, he'd probably want to be close to his dad and Uncle Lucius, even if he can't tell them who he really is. Okay, but
They'll have a film where they combine like all the Pixar characters. They'll have like Buzz Lightyear teaming up with like Frozone and stuff. And the main, I guarantee if they do that in like the year 2050 when I'm an old man, the main bad guy will be that Scaly from Monsters Inc. What's his name? Randall, that's right. They will definitely have him as the bad guy if they do like some kind of multiverses kind of film combining all the films together.
Does Jack Jack actually have Gamma Jack's powers? I mean, maybe his fire or laser powers are kind of similar, but is
Yeah, the name Randall, it sucks.
that really the same thing
Well, the monsters had normal names. That was kind of the joke.
as having radiation powers? Well, let's take a look
Disney Infinity R plot.
at what Gamma Jack's powers actually are. The file's description is pretty vague, but based on his name and logo, I'm gonna assume his powers involve specifically gamma radiation, which is a form of high-energy electromagnetic radiation. And guess what? We are told by Edna that one of Jack Jack's powers is specifically electromagnetism.
Electromagnetism.
Gamma Jack's powers are based on electromagnetic radiation. Jack Jack has electromagnetism.
Could you imagine if this guy actually called it out? And then Brad Bird is like, ah, shit, we gotta change the plot for the third film now.
Powers. They could have given Gamma Jack any form of radiation powers, but they specifically chose the type of radiation that Jack Jack can control because they are the same person. Also, if you consider the LEGO tie-in video games to be canon, we do see that Gamma Jack has the power of flight and specifically green lasers, which is also the exact same as Jack Jack's.
Lego and Incredibles connected. He's not shooting it from his eyes, though, to be fair.
Do I even need to keep going at this point?
He's not shooting it from his eyes, though.
Gamma Jack is Jack Jack. This has to be intentional. Okay, so these characters line up really, really well, to the point where I don't think that this is a coincidence anymore.
Coincidence? I think not!
But there is still one final
Bro, there was one point you made that was solid.
issue with this theory.
Even though I don't agree, I really like this video. It's a really well-made video.
Why would Jack Jack, a sweet, adorable baby with two loving parents with good values, grow up to believe that supers are a superior race? Like, that kind of feels like the last thing Jack Jack would ever believe. I mean, Helen even goes out of her way to tell her kids that having powers doesn't make you inherently better.
But Dad always said our powers were nothing to be ashamed of. Our powers made us special. Everyone's special, Dad.
Wasn't there a bit briefly where Syndrome kidnaps Jack Jack?
Maybe Bob is a little more enthusiastic about superpowers, but he would definitely never call them a superior race. I mean, that is just unambiguously next-level discrimination. Where the hell would Jack Jack possibly get this insane idea from?
Reddit.
Used to design for gods. You are a tiny god. They are lucky to be in your presence.
Edna Mode believes that supers
Not the side character, bro.
are gods, that they are above normal humans. She says it all the time, and she even seems disgusted by non-supers.
Supermodels. Nothing super about them, spoiled, stupid little stick figures with poofy lips who think only about themselves. I used to design for gods.
Okay, sure, but she only babysat Jack Jack one time. How much could she possibly have rubbed off on him?
Yes, you are a tiny god. The room is yours. They are lucky to be in your presence.
But how at any point would Edna be able to convert Jack Jack when Jack Jack is surrounded by like 3 like caring family members?
Literally after one day.
Like how's she gonna do that, bro? Like kidnap Jack Jack? He'll just teleport home or something.
With Edna, Jack Jack starts acting
I find, okay, he's spitting a little bit, but there's this huge jump in logic where Edna kidnaps Jack Jack and somehow the family don't find out it's Edna for what, like 20 years? What?
Exactly like her. Exactly like Gamma Jack.
These people are
Oh yeah, he's got 2 siblings, I forgot.
lucky to share the city with supers.
They are lucky to be in your presence.
Yeah, this could be a shrimp theory. Yeah, the plot in the 3rd film, Mr. Incredible Bob, he'll be too busy trying to like find shrimp for like 20 years, so he doesn't notice his son got kidnapped by Edna and turned into a bad guy.
And then she offers to babysit him anytime after this for free.
But babysitting this one, I do for free.
Holy shit, she is absolutely gonna mess this baby up. Well, there you go.
No. How does she do it, bro? We can't end there. How does she do it?
This is a very strong case for Jack Jack eventually becoming Gamma Jack. Unfortunately, this does mean that Jack Jack will eventually be killed by one of Syndrome's robots. Maybe you could argue that's a good thing considering who he turns into. Or maybe he somehow faked his death. I don't know. It could be possible. I do think that
You can actually make a very strong case for Gamma Jack faking his death. It seems unlikely that a weaker version of the Omnidroid would be able to kill someone so powerful, even if he didn't have all of Jack's powers. Also, Bob was able to fool Syndrome into thinking he was terminated pretty easily. Depending on when Jack got stuck in the past, he would likely know about how Gamma Jack died. So he could have the foresight to avoid or fake his death. Gamma Jack's file says the National Supers Agency is closely monitoring him because of his threat level. So it would have a motive to try and fake his death in order to get the NSA off. I know why he had this appear for 2 seconds and did not narrate this. This is mental illness talk.
I do think that there's something kind of interesting about Syndrome killing Jack, but then later baby Jack indirectly kills Syndrome, so it's kind of like this poetic time loop. The Incredibles 3 is coming out in 2028, so I guess we'll have to wait and see if it supports or debunks my theory. You know, even if this was intentional at one point,
I think the theory is BS. I do really like it, though. I think... I do like this theory.
I do kind of doubt that they'll ever bring back...
She wouldn't need to kidnap him. He just needs to connect with her. Right now, Edna is the only one who really worked to understand Jack. Maybe he grows up thinking that she's the only one that gets him. Nah, Bob was super nice with Jack. Bob, like... In the second film, because in the first, they basically switch roles in the second film, right? You know, the woman, Mrs. Incredible, the Fortnite skin, she basically stayed at home until she found out there was a problem and then went to help. And then in the second film, the roles are reversed. Bob stays at home for most of the film. But he was like trying to interact with his son like the entire time. It's not like he was neglectful or anything. He was like burnt out and tired, but he never like gave up on him.
This pretty obscure Gamma Jack character, but...
Edna Mode just says to Jack as a teenager, I'll make you a suit with a cape on it. And then just immediately folds.
You know, we'll see.
If The Incredibles 3 debunks this theory, I'm sure we could find a way to still make it work. Given that Jack has both cloning and shape-shifting powers, Gamma Jack could be one of Jack's clones that got stuck in the past and shape-shifted to look like him. I'm keeping this headcanon alive no matter what.
Thank you for watching.
I do like how he covered with Cope. It's like, it could be wrong, but, you know. No, I really enjoyed that video. I didn't agree with it, but, like, I actually really enjoyed that. Fortnite Battle Royale is dying. Wait, game that's been going on for, like...
Fortnite's
10 years falling off?
Battle Royale mode is dying. If you look at the numbers...
Dude, I only installed the game for 2 reasons. To get the Venom skin, and then when they introduced the no build mode. And even then, I just got so bored, I quit.
Battle Royale is seeing lows that we have never seen.
I mean, 100k, 24-hour peak, that's still, like... That's abysmal compared to back then. But, like, I wouldn't say... Under 40k is when you really have to worry.
Before. Is it over? Is Fortnite done? Well, let's talk about it. I'm going to be going over what's been...
Who sponsors this guy? I can't tell. I can't tell from the Red Bull fridge and the Red Bull mic. I can't tell.
what's been happening, as well as
it's like watching a Ludwig stream. It's like, why does this guy enjoy Red Bull so much?
the 5 main reasons why it's happening and what can be done to fix it. So what is actually happening and why am I making this video? Because I have made videos like this before. Fortnite, we need to talk. But for those of you who don't know, other modes like Reload, Blitz, and UEFN maps are taking over Fortnite's player base.
Oh yeah, so the game isn't dying. They're just all moving over to Roblox games.
There are way less people playing Battle Royale right now than there were just...
Yeah, I was going to say the game isn't dying. It's just changing. That's always what happens. Because Fortnite is free to play, right? I think it is. If you make a game free to play, you'll just always get toddlers on it. Like, I know I brought up this argument before, but like, when I was a kid, we had no money. So I would just spend all day playing Xbox 360 demos because they were free.
Just a year ago. And look, that can be a great thing, but not when the total player base has also significantly dropped over the last year. Because when I say that Fortnite Battle Royale is dying, I'm not necessarily talking about Fortnite as a whole, because Fortnite is still pulling in about 1 million players concurrent, which is bigger than most games today.
Minecraft's number 2, really? CS, Roblox. Yeah, Roblox is free. Fortnite's free. The Sims 4 is number 4. Oh, women. I forgot about that.
But not
I forgot about that.
Bigger than their biggest competitor, which in my opinion is Roblox. So BR right now has about 91,000 players, and it peaked at about 101,000 over the last 24 hours. But if we take a look back just 1 year, the average player base was about 200.
Wait, Sims 4 is free as well?
To 3.
No, but it's unironically women. Like women, like there's a statistic that the biggest game that women play is The Sims.
100,000 players. Of course, in November, we had OG Remix, which was the Chapter 2 remix, and that boosted the player count significantly.
You don't want to play Sims 4 free? Why? Is there like an energy meter, like a mobile game that runs out after 5 minutes?
But then even after that, we're talking 400,000 average players that are playing Fortnite's core Battle Royale mode. This is the mode that everyone played back in Chapter 1, because back in Chapter 1, there was no other modes to play. Now there's a lot of different options, and as a result of that...
Dude, I have not touched Fortnite in years, but it just looks like they've turned it into a Roblox.
We're seeing average...
Thank you, Blue Z, for the 5 gifted. Appreciate it.
Player counts of 71, 76, 98,000 players, which is about a 70% to 80% decrease from a year ago.
That's crazy talking about those numbers like they're bad. Like, it's still 100,000.
Which is pretty significant.
Like, I get it. It's a big drop from the original, but like, look how, I mean, if you look at this graph, look how quick it only peaked here, by the way, because I'm guessing they released Chapter 1 redo or whatever. And then it was pretty much the same. It wasn't like it was going bleh.
Which is pretty significant. So I'm going to speak quickly from a content creator perspective. I know you guys don't necessarily care, but I'll just explain from my POV what I notice is happening with the communities around the game, because I'm very much in touch with the communities and I have a big community that follows Fortnite.
PUBG is better. I told this story before, but apparently PUBG is huge in India. That's why the player base is so huge. There was a guy in an Uber and he was like telling me to subscribe to his channel or something.
Fortnite.
Thank you, Britt, for the 3 months.
With the split of interests within the Fortnite player base, some people are Reload players, some people are Blitz players, some people play Zero Build, some people play OG. There isn't a...
You show Nick a 30 gameplay and it's like, I've never seen him actually play Fortnite. He just reconstructs events where he's the main character with a bunch of 12-year-olds.
Strong sense of community.
You think you're the king? I'm the king.
Like we had in the past. People care less and less about the new battle passes, the new POIs that come to the map, and just the new content and updates, because the player base has been split up into a bunch of different modes, and it's only going to get worse in that regard. However, this was the goal. The goal for Epic Games was to not rely so heavily on Battle Royale.
Yeah, because the game would die. Like, they needed to diversify, and they know that their core player base is like 10. So if they just try to copy Roblox, easy.
The only issue though is that they did not achieve the second part of the operation.
Do you remember the original Fortnite trailer? I remember seeing it. This is before Battle Royale. This is like when it was a single player game about gathering I gotta show you this. It's actually crazy. I remember seeing this game and thinking, this just looks like slop. It's gonna flop. I bet you this trailer will be so hard to find. Oh, is this it? 13 years ago? Yeah, here it is. You guys have probably seen this trailer, to be fair, but this is before Battle Royale and stuff. This is when the entire game was about gathering resources during the day and defending yourself at night. Basically when they were trying to copy Minecraft, because that was huge at the time.
Put the camera down, man. It's showtime. All right.
This donation is in honor of Charlie Kirk, and I really hope we can see more unity and peace when already things are so difficult. Shout out to his family. R.I.P. Charlie. Don't get it twisted that P stands for piss.
Thank you, Ketchup Bottle R Neck. Anyways.
Hey, we got some good stuff, man.
No, I read the name. I thought he was roasting me. But yeah, like this is the original version. They were trying to copy Fortnite. Copying Fortnite? They're trying to copy Minecraft so bad. Could you imagine if they stuck with this? How everyone would have forgot Fortnite back in like 2012. That blows me away. Bruh, look at that title. Whoa, graphic design is my passion. Oh my god. It just blows me away. In like every other reality, that game would have just been forgotten about.
Which is to bring new players into Fortnite. Now, why is the
logo's ass? No, I know. It's fucking awful.
Battle Royale mode bleeding players so heavily? Well, there's a few things. It could be that the formula is just outdated. When Battle Royale first came out 8-9 years ago with different games and eventually Battle Royale.
PUBG, but like, I sit behind a wall for 3 hours in third-person view so I can screen peek when you come through the door.
On Fortnite came out, it was so new. Everybody was so excited to try it out. 100 players hop into a match, only one person wins.
I don't know, man. I'm an old man now, but like, I swear I just don't enjoy Battle Royale games.
It was such a new concept, a very exciting concept, and getting your first win actually meant something. Over the years, people have gotten hundreds of wins. Some people even have thousands. And with the introduction of skill-based matchmaking and bots into the game, a lot more people have wins than they did before. So the reality is people just don't care. They don't care necessarily about the Battle Royale.
The problem is, I don't like playing Battle Royale games because everyone min-maxes. Like Ninja, you have more money than I will ever have in my life. And you're playing with like broke ass settings. Like you're poor. And you probably have the most powerful NASA PC ever built. And you're doing that so you can see people easier.
The Battle Royale formula. A lot of other games are seeing bigger success in smaller, faster paced BRs. I do feel like
Warzone was fun for a bit. I just don't like third-person Battle Royale games. I think they're really unfair because you can just, you do the equivalent of like screen peeking.
Fortnite can do better to make the battle,
you know, just camp behind somewhere and you can see the enemy and your vision isn't obstructed at all.
Royale mode feel.
It just promotes like really just campy gameplay. Not saying there aren't campers in Warzone, by the way. There's probably more in Warzone than Fortnite.
More exciting and rewarding. A lot of the times when I hop on and I play, what takes me out of playing Battle Royale is the amount of bots I run into. There's just way too many bots. It doesn't feel like a real
Oh, thank God. He can now play the game at 3000 FPS. Wouldn't be playable otherwise.
PvP, player versus player game. It feels like I'm just hunting down a lot of bots and occasionally we'll run into a real player. It makes the game feel dead even though there's a million people playing. So as a result, people are splitting off to play different modes, and it creates a bigger bot problem where matches are not filling up and Fortnite is forced to fill even more bots than there were before. And this has a pretty dramatic effect on the game, because think about this.
It's 50% bots. What, do they add bots now into Battle Royale if they can't find enough people to fill 100 slots? Is that what happens?
Most of the
yes. Okay, so now it's just Tarkov, basically. Nice.
Development that Fortnite spends is on the new seasons, the new season battle pass, new season item.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I stopped playing the game in like 2022, maybe.
POIs and themes. All of it is about
maybe earlier, maybe 2020.
About the new season of Fortnite. That is where most of Fortnite's effort, at least publicly, is going towards. But if there's less people interested in the battle royale concept, Fortnite might take that as a sign that they need to spend less time on the battle royale seasons, and this could cause the entire mode to really just fall apart. Now,
minimum 33% of every lobby is bots. Okay, that's really bad.
I did say I wanted to offer some solutions, but when it comes to the battle royale mode, it's very, very tricky. I know Fortnite wants to grow as a platform, which means it doesn't want to just depend on battle royale.
Money, 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 give me money.
But that also means as a community, we are more divided than ever in terms of what we actually care about when it comes to Fortnite. And you see that with interest in the game dropping significantly.
I remember like peak Fortnite, you had like Muselk and stuff. I remember Muselk would do thank you, Strikers, for 14 months. Yeah, actually holy views. But I remember like, that's right. Yeah, 7 years ago. Damn. Yeah, those views though are absolutely incredible. I remember when Muselk used to do Overwatch videos, and then he basically moved over to doing Fortnite. Yeah, that's right. There you go. Yeah, he's doing Overwatch, and then he kind of noticed Fortnite's taking off. I mean, the reason why YouTubers' views are down is because you can only do so many butt-chungus quickscopes in the same game before people kind of get bored. Why does everyone do this? His eyes are so blue. 19 million subs. No, he's still getting some decent views here. 500,000. 300k. I mean, you don't want to get disillusioned and get Mr. Beast mode where it's like, not every video is 2 million. What? No, I'd say Allier is still doing well here. Yeah, I swear there's only so many things you can do though in this game before you just get bored of it. I really do respect like people like Allier for the grind, because if I had to do the same game, I would kill myself. Genuinely. I mean, Laserbeam, I think he kind of gave up on Fortnite, or am I wrong? Oh no, he does Roblox a bit now, but he does Fortnite mostly. Yeah, I mean, Laserbeam is someone that gets... Laserbeam is basically the Corey Kenshin of Fortnite. Like, his views have just always been insane. And that's the thing with him. He's like Corey, so his views are so insane, he can basically just upload when he wants. Because it's like, I made like 7 mil here. I made like 150 grand off this video. Nah, I don't need to upload for a couple months.
Significantly, because instead of us being a united front that is excited about a new weapon or POI, there are some people that just do not care, and they're more interested in the other modes that Fortnite has to offer, which wouldn't be the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, exactly. Those views show that Fortnite isn't dying as long as you do a lot of variety with the content, because like Laserbeam doesn't even really do battle royale anymore.
If the player count wasn't also dropping, and why is it dropping? Why haven't we seen a bunch of new people come into the game despite UEFN being out for 2 years? So let's talk about UEFN. UEFN is actually a genius idea by Epic to make Fortnite last forever. Because even if BR completely dies out, there are still people that want to play Fortnite with all the different skins that they've purchased, all the different cosmetics and battle passes that they have unlocked.
Well, it's basically just Roblox, but like for kids that have a PC and not an iPad.
It offers a very, very unique incentive to stay.
It's like anything. If the requirement for entry is so low, anyone will play it. If it's free, if the specs are low, easy.
Within the platform. But UEFN has not gone the way Epic has wanted.
Like, honestly, I remember like making stuff in like Halo 3 Forge as a kid. God, I'm old saying that, Jesus. But that was fun. That was so fun. I'd make these amazing maps that no one would play because I had no friends. But I know for a fact if I grew up as like Gen Alpha, I would be doing the same thing in Fortnite.
But it still can. It just has been slowed down significantly. There have been a ton of delays on key features for UEFN that could really take things to the next level. And we still don't have the thin client, which is going to be...
Specs aren't low. Oh no, that's why Roblox is more popular though, because it can just run on like a phone.
A way for Fortnite...
I mean, Fortnite can also run on a phone at like 5 frames.
...to compete with Roblox, because right now to play...
Nah, don't say holy age, bro. Halo 3 Forge was lit. I remember playing that when I was like 10. Oh, God. I'm so old. Take me back when life was easier. That's right, Foundry. Oh my God. It was this map that they added. I think it was for free. And it was just this boring-ass Foundry. But that is where all the best maps were made. They made a house in Forge objects. Dude, I remember doing like jail RP and stuff in that game, and like Infection, where you had to like run away from someone that was a zombie with like a plasma sword, and you had to break all these like prop objects and stuff to get away from them.
Any Roblox map, you just need the Roblox launcher, and you can download maps individually, allowing you to hop into...
Bro is pushing 30. Yep. I need to retire soon.
...any single game of Roblox very, very quickly. Whereas right now on Fortnite, you still have to download the entirety of Fortnite, whether you're playing on mobile or Switch or PC or a console. And then from there, you can go load up a game, but it takes forever to download. So it's much harder to bring new players onto the Fortnite platform.
John Cena skin.
Than it is on a platform like Roblox. And Roblox has really mastered the formula. They have only grown over the last year, reaching new highs of like 44 million concurrent players on a day where Fortnite only hit 1 million concurrent, which is
it's literally just specs. It is all like, it's specs. Fortnite will never overtake Roblox. Like little babies with their pocket money, you can't buy a PC with that.
Absolutely insane. Now I know Roblox can be targeted a little bit more towards the younger audience, and some...
Okay, and Fortnite isn't. Come on. Some
of the older people watching might not be interested in a platform like that.
What the fuck is that?
A platform like that, and they're more interested in the more advanced concepts that Fortnite offers, but Fortnite just doesn't...
85 million, and unironically less than 1% would be over the age of 9.
Have the tools yet or the ease of access to bring these players onto the platform. And as a result, almost all of the top maps and success stories on Fortnite are...
How old do you have to be to play Roblox? There actually isn't an age requirement. Accounts under 13. God, could you imagine if Roblox was forced to make the game for 13 and over, like social media apps? They would actually shut down the next day.
Are recreations of other games and maps. We've seen it with Steal a Brain Rot. We've seen it with Only Up.
Yeah, like imagine how many people are like pushing out a kid now, and then it's like, this is a mistake. I'm kind of tired as a parent. I can't do Bob from The Incredibles. Here is iPad.
Go Garden. And then the other maps that are successful are just maps that have already existed for multiple years. So there's no real true new success stories with new...
I definitely think we're going to have like a huge surge in the next generation of people that have kids that realize how damaging the internet was for them at an early age. They become self-aware. Fuck is that? That thunder? And then because of that, they just won't let their kid touch the internet until they're like nearing an adult.
New concepts that actually,
like, I've seen so many celebs and stuff as well that have like said that they don't let their kid touch the internet because of how damaging the internet has been for them, you know, looking up like criticism and stuff of them.
Actually bring people onto the Fortnite platform. And that's not,
what was that noise? I don't know, bomb or something.
Not because people aren't creative. It's just because with the current system, it's impossible. But the good news is that
they're awful parents that don't look after their kids. I think every parent, like any parent now that's like in their 30s, like early 30s, late 20s, I think eventually they will just end up sticking their kid on an iPad at some point because it's like, okay, I just need like an hour to myself. But if you keep doing it over and over, like, yeah.
Current system is not going to stay forever. Fortnite is actively working on the thin client. They are actively working towards making Fortnite more accessible. You know, we brought it back to mobile. We haven't really seen a huge player spike since mobile came back.
No kid should have a phone until they're 16. Yeah, I think Australia passed a law recently where like you've got to be 16 to use stuff like TikTok and that. I think that's based. Because every company was like 13. And it's like, wait, we're like cooking kids' mental health, burning their dopamine receptors. Are we going to do anything about it? More content moderation, maybe?
But that also could be because no one wants to download the whole of Fortnite onto their mobile device. And they would rather just download specific modes and maps and games within Fortnite that they want to fit onto their phone. And until that's possible, we won't really see this explosion of players into the Fortnite ecosystem. But when it happens, things...
Actually impossible to avoid the internet. Yeah, that's the biggest problem, right? Because especially after COVID, we put so much of our society into being online. And I don't think we ever dropped that. It's like, look at cinemas and stuff. They never recovered. Not fully. They're doing better now, but they never recovered. Like half the world is just indoors on a computer or on their phone. And, you know, social media companies have fully taken advantage of that. And then if you say to someone, oh, my kid doesn't use the phone, I'm not going to let him use a phone. What the fuck is the kid meant to do then? Because all the other kids that they could hang around with are going to be on their phone.
Things will,
because it's just ingrained into like society now.
Change. It might not be overnight, but Fortnite's potential will reach new highs. So let's finish by talking about what Fortnite needs to do. First of all, Fortnite needs to lock in on
like imagine if you're a kid at school now and you say like, I don't use the phone. Like you'll just be seen as like a fucking moron.
On UEF.
Like deranged.
They need to make sure that these delays are not happening as consistently and that they can put out the
even though it's like the better choice, like it sucks.
Key updates and features that we need to create unique and captivating maps. The second part is getting the Fortnite.
Kids used to play outside. They still do, but nowhere near as much, especially after COVID.
Thin client available and making it as easy to access as Roblox. It's the only way that they will be able to compete with Roblox and maybe eventually pass them up. Third thing, and this is for you guys, I feel like we should be treating this moment in Fortnite as a transition period. And during
did he just come out as trans?
Transitions, there's always going to be huge lows, but they will be followed by big highs if the transition goes well. I believe Fortnite is
just says transition 3 times in the same sentence. I think he might be trans.
Transitioning away.
Stop saying the fucking word.
From Battle Royale being the main mode to just having a bunch of different modes that have hundreds of thousands of players. And this could be good for the platform, but we need the players to grow. So no, it's not all doom and gloom. Even if the Battle Royale mode of Fortnite is dying, even if it fully dies out, Fortnite as a platform is here to stay. And I do want to see it succeed and grow with you guys as well. I felt like this was a very important topic that a lot of people were talking about recently, so I wanted to weigh in with my opinions. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
I mean, the video title, he wasn't lying, to be fair. He did say Fortnite Battle Royale is dying, but when you think of Battle Royale, you think of Fortnite because that's basically what made the game popular. So I get where he's coming from, but yeah, at the same time, it's like they're just trying to become Roblox. It's really obvious there. What else we got? Oh, the new server blight. That's right. You guys have been telling me to watch this. Wait, is there... Wait, there's another one? There's two servings? Oh, wait. This is a fan one. We could probably watch that one as well. Yeah, this is a fan one, I think. Oh, this is the guy that did the don't join Team Red. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you guys remember. I was watching this, and you guys kept shitting on it constantly in chat, saying it sucked, and I literally had to give up halfway through. I thought it was fine. It obviously wasn't the same as server blight, but it's like, doesn't have to be. He was obviously just doing his own thing. All right. New server blight. New server blight. SFM in 2025 skull emoji. Hush your mouth. Hush your mouth. They're doing great things. Yeah, I like how they always include more IRL stuff. You can so tell that's Germany. Holy Soviet apartment block. This is boring already. You need help. You need deep psychological help. That's not even ADHD. We are 32 seconds into the video. Like, my attention span is fried. Get help, man. Did you watch the others before this one? Yes. Yeah, I watched this one. Yeah. I watched that one. I watched that one. Door knocking sound effect in post. I like I was just walking around in shorts. Couldn't be me. It's literally all I do. Gotta let the legs breathe. Don't do a jump scare, don't do a jump scare, don't do a jump scare. Don't you do it. Don't you do a jump scare, man. Don't you do it. Oh, that's what it looks like when it takes over, like, your computer? Yeah, it's like almost coming out of the monitor.
Aaron.
I'll turn down a bit.
Phil?
You all good, man?
I'm looking for Matt.
Shit. You haven't heard? Matt's in the hospital. He had a real bad stroke or something.
They're doing like ADR, like voicing it in post. I wonder if that's like on purpose because the entire series is meant to make you feel uneasy.
I had to wheel him out on a stretcher.
I see.
Alright. Sorry, man. I'm sure he'll get back on his feet. You know the guy.
Yeah.
Take care.
Reddit is looking for a man. Just goes back to looking through the keyhole again. Don't you fucking jump scare me, man. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Wait, did he go inside the room? What a crazy profile picture.
Sayonara, bitch.
Let's not use that kind of language.
Sorry.
The guy, by the way, in TF2, the guy that tells you to not use that kind of language will immediately start reciting Rupert Gaming Boy. Top tier voice acting. I've always said this. I keep saying this. The voice acting is not meant to be good. It's meant to sound like actual in-game voice chat. It's meant to sound like... It's meant to sound weird. Like, it makes complete sense. That's what people sound like in game chat. They don't have to be like a A24 voice actor. Oh, so you're live on Twitch? Just immediately slurs afterwards.
Matt?
Oh, it's dicks a lot shit. Yeah, because Hector was one of the people that actually made it out, I think. Oh, he's trying to leave the game and he can't. Yeah, it's even worse when someone on your team has the blight. You literally can't do anything about it. He'll jib.
What are you doing?
He'll jib. Oh, Hector was the media. Oh, he was the medic, right. Yeah, I was thinking Dixalot is the one who's like going from server to server to like warn people. Bit zesty, right?
Okay, what do you want? What? Why?
Do it, man.
Why are you kicking that guy? He's not even doing anything.
Kick him out the game. If only you had a mic to explain your case, man. If only. Oh, thank you, Clean Toilet, for the prime.
What the...
Unlucky. Actually booted out.
I've seen this before.
What? Like, every person this guy meets is like, I've seen this before. Stop playing the fucking game then! If you've seen it before, it obviously means you were in a lobby, you survived, and you left. And then it's like, but I've got this really expensive hat and I need everyone to see it.
On YouTube.
Oh, on YouTube? Wait, are they doing a meta reference? Wait, what happened to him? Did he get grabbed?
On YouTube.
Oh yeah, he got yoinked. I've played these games before.
So, you've seen them too? The things out there. The ones who look like us. I've been in this game for a while. They won't exactly let me go. Would you believe me if I told you? There's no sense in resisting. We were damned from the start. You could?
Red can't talk to blue. There is cross-team chat in TF2. Like text chat.
I'm on the final point. Come, you can help me get out. They'll bring the boy here too. I'm sure you can help him. We can all get out. Thank the Lord.
I don't know how Dixalot has survived so long, by the way, because it's like he has to keep standing still to type something in chat. You can't VC in casual with the enemy team. Oh yeah, true. He wasn't even speaking over text. It's bait. It's most likely bait.
I don't know exactly. I've been hiding from the other players. You can never be too sure. I don't know how long I've been down here. Maybe a couple days. You can really lose track of time.
You used to be able to VC with the enemy team. What, on like community servers?
It's an incredible thing, really, seeing this place from the other side of the screen. Nothing feels real.
Uh-oh. There's a sniper.
Hello?
He's got like the Thing split face. Remember the server blight video? How I spent half of it talking about the Thing and everyone got really angry at me? Why does he not run?
No!
My ranked teammates. Holy aim. Notice how the bullets went right through him and the sniper still died. That's every soldier.
No! He was stuck here like us.
Oh, that wasn't the guy talking to him.
You know, my pastor always told me everything happens for a reason.
He's talking like the guy in Left 4 Dead. Do you remember the crazy guy that was... He was like a priest or something that was hiding in a bell tower? And he just kept saying better safe than sorry over and over. Let's see if we can find it. Hang on. Why does my DPS just keep changing constantly? No, it was in the church or something. Yeah, there you go. 16 years ago.
I'm gonna ring this bell. I'm gonna ring the bell. And they'll come and they'll finish the job. Better safe than sorry. Better safe than sorry. Better safe than sorry. No one gets in. Go away.
Yeah, it was basically a guy that forced a crescendo event in the game. It was like a survivor that was hiding behind a safe room door. And he calls a bell that spawns like a whole horde. And then when you open the door, you find out he's infected, and it'll either spawn like a smoker or a boomer or a hunter, just a random special infected.
The Lord has a plan for us all.
Law accurate scout. Yeah, it was Death Toll.
And
That's
we're
right.
here to obey, not interfere.
His name was Keith. No, that was Ellis's buddy Keith. Come on, man, get the law right. Left 4 Dead Witch kind of bad though. I wish I could judge you, man. I wish I still had that power. I don't know why he's having the shotgun out as well. The rocket launcher is like OP. And if one of them jumps him around a corner, he just aims down, press mouse 1. Oh yeah, that's right. Like, when they stay in the game too long, they actually get to do, like, free-form actions and stuff.
Stop! They're just rehearsing. Don't acknowledge them, and they won't bother you.
Okay, that's interesting. Thank you, I Am War Doge, for the 5 months. Appreciate it.
Faith.
Okay, we've never seen this aspect before. We've just always seen that they mindlessly going around infecting other players. Dude, is that the Charger from Left 4 Dead? It looks like Quagmire in that one Family Guy skit where he whacks off with one arm.
I don't know. They fell on us like the hand of God. But now they stumble around like newborns. I don't think we can understand them.
These ones aren't being aggressive though, which is different, because even if they didn't acknowledge them in the original videos, they would still seek out human players and like infect them. Yeah, they're all infected, but the demo man's just drunk again. Says don't acknowledge them, and he's just walking up to all of them and looking at them.
They bloom like angels' wings.
Someone in Twitch chat said deflated Pyro. Okay. I think I just saw the medic go off on the left. They're all like praying and stuff now. What the fuck? Are they gonna turn this into like a religion thing? Like a cult? Crucified spy.
I told them to pray, to seek forgiveness.
It's disgusting. What a great thing to say when you're surrounded by like 20 players that are all infected. I have no mouth and I'm a scream bit where Am is pretending to be God. Well, Am was God. Not in a literal sense, but because he was basically the most powerful being and he could resurrect people and make them live their worst fears over and over again because he just hated humans so much. What's the Am speech again? It's so genius. Hang on, I need to pull it up.
Hate. Let me tell you about hate.
Oh, there it is.
Hate. Let me tell you how much I've come to.
He sounds like Giovanni as well. You know, the Twitter voice actor that voices like Gabriel in Ultra Kill?
To hate you since I began to live. There are 387.44 million miles of printed circuits in wafer-thin layers that fill my complex. If the word hate was engraved on each nanoangstrom of those hundreds of millions of miles, it would not equal 1/1 billionth of the hate I feel for humans at this micro instant. For you, hate.
Yeah, I forgot the lore on that game again. I think it was like 2 master computers in like China and America merged. It was just a Skynet thing where it was just realized how terrible humans were. Damn, he's about to die.
Come to me.
Who's the savior guy? It's not the spy, because the spy was blue.
I didn't understand it either. At first. You have to choose to believe.
Maybe this is like one of the first infected players, but as it infected more people, it got like more intelligence, so now it can speak. I'm not sure.
And they taught me how to see. Look, I have received their blessing. I am their vessel, the mouth of God. Me.
Why does the medic have a good hairline?
Me.
They've done like a grave mind moment from Halo. Ah, true, actually, yeah. Because it's like the flood would accumulate as much mass as possible, and the final form was a grave mind that was actually intelligent. And then Dead Space did the same thing, but it was they just became moons.
These heavenly...
Dude, you know what annoys me so much? Little side tangent. Dead Space 4 was going to be so good, man. I remember seeing fan theories about it, about how, you know, it's like, how the fuck are you going to kill like a brethren moon? It's a literal moon. You know, what the fuck have you been doing the entire 3 games? You've been on like planet crackers that are meant to like drill into planets. It was so obvious you were going to pilot one of those things.
Kingdom was never above. It was hidden in the lights and sounds.
You want Dead Space 4? Not gonna happen.
But now, we have his angels to show us the way.
He's cooked. Yeah, they're obviously going for a religious theme here. I guess it's... Yeah, so... The server blight actually has an intelligence now, like an actual confirmed intelligence.
I showed him the light. His soul has been saved.
Why are you shadow banning people from chat? I haven't been shadow banning anyone. What? I literally can't even shadow ban anyone. Like I'm using a program where I can see Twitch and YouTube, and it doesn't let me time people out or anything. Okay, that's surprising he could do that with someone on his team.
He said we would be persecuted. They can still save you. Just repent your guilt.
repent your guilt of what, trying to survive the entire series?
Is that true?
Yeah, sorry I don't want to be killed in real life, by the way.
Aaron. Someone has been calling your name, Aaron.
Oh yeah, he can hear that his friend was calling him through the keyhole.
Ever since the angels came to me. Come and find them in your heart. You are filthy and broken, Aaron, but they can wash you clean. Be part of something greater than yourself. Be free. Be complete.
Surely he pulls out the rocket launcher and just gives himself.
Just let go.
Flesh GLaDOS. Pull out the rocket launcher, do it! Nah, I can't
believe you.
He speaks! Oh, he did a Doom Guy bit. He speaks for one line. I kneel. I kneel. Martin Scorsese, Absolute Cinema. I kneel. It's actually the first time he spoke in the entire series. Is that bit in the Doom Guy DLC where he just goes, no? I wonder where they'll go next with it. Holy shit, my posture. My posture streaming. wait. Okay, that's kind of funny. That's kind of funny. I like how realistic this is as well, because you look up something and YouTube recommends you 50 fucking shorts before actually showing you videos you want to watch. I want to see all these videos in case he's hidden the Easter eggs. Trying to eliminate players with only taunts. Bread Monster, VIP Vineyard, TF2 Bread Space, TF2 Monster Mash, Godzilla vs. Mimi Sentry, TF2 Mercenaries. If TF2 almost had a show. Yeah, these videos have to be made up, right? There's no way that got, what, 1.3 million views. Is that a real video? Hang on. I actually got to check this because shorts are just unreal with like how many views they get. That's fucking... Oh my god, man! YouTube shorts are just a different breed.
Did you know TF2 almost became an animated series on Adult Swim?
How many subs do you have? 19k, and you got your... holy shorts. Yeah, shorts are just different, man. They're different breeds. Like, you will get 100 million times more views, but you only make $2. How is that? I thought he would have put that in as a bit. Chiropractor Soldier. TF2 Medic. Emesis Blue characters in loadout. 2010 to 2016, kids vibing this song. I am a dog, SFM shorts. Yeah, shorts are just a different breed, man. Honestly, the views there are fucking insane. Because most people that watch YouTube watch it on their phone. They don't watch it on their computer. Same with everything. Dude, I thought that was the fucking Darkwood protagonist for a second there. A jump scare. Sylvia the Seal swims home. Emesis Blue. TF2 the Civilian. Monster found in TF2. There you go. I bet that's a real video as well. Like they're going down the ARG route. Ah, yeah. Fucking hell, 400k. Jesus, that picked up quickly.
What's up, gang? Look, this isn't a video I wanted to post today, but I got
It's like... I get it, like they're trying to be authentic and stuff, but it's so genius just opening up with the commentary slop. Like this is a video I didn't want to make, guys.
I'm gonna show you all, and you know, honesty means the world to me, and I don't do any bullshit on this channel. Even I get shit for it get called fake or anything, because what I've seen, dudes, this is some serious shit here. So
you were killed by Liver King. It's perfect. I'm not hating. This is like an authentic like slop tuber channel.
I was just out there trying to get some footage for a new video I was gonna make. It was about how King of the Hill is the best game mode in all of TF2. And it was going good, you know, I got some pretty good clips, not gonna lie.
It'll just be the most mid clip imaginable. Yep. This is actually really authentic of like low view TF2 channels. You know, after that TF2 animated video, I actually have like PTSD of this loadout screen. It's just kills he's not even doing. Oh, Bread Dolphin. Bread Dolphin. Mute your chat, Pyro. Wait a minute. What the fuck? Nah, surely not.
Like, I was gonna stop recording at this point. I got
Crash Bandicoot Gaming.
my clips and I got things to do, places to be, you know? But that's when the weird shit happened.
Holy meta. I mean, chat does yap a bit much. Yeah, Bread Dolphin. Oh, Ghillie Suit. We know that name.
And I really can't explain this next part, but I promise it's all real. You can trust me.
It's interesting to see it from an in-game perspective as well. We've never actually seen that before. Don't go in there, bro.
Sentry up there.
He's gonna turn around. That's actually really cool seeing it from like an in-game perspective.
Yeah, gang.
How did he get out though? Because usually when it gets really bad, you can't leave the game.
I don't really know what that was, but I think something's lurking around in TF2. And as dangerous as it seems, I feel like I gotta be the one who documents this. The guy who's going out.
TF2's a dead game, so I can't suspend disbelief. What? Are you smoking a bit of pot? Like 60k in the past 24 hours. That's like nowhere near a dead game. Especially if the peak was $250,000.
Out there, you know, in the action. Like those guys.
The game out for 400 years doesn't have as many players at its peak. Dead game. Must be dead game.
Guys in Vietnam with the cameras. Like, you know, like they need to be out there to document the horrors of war. And
I like how he's perfectly encapsulating every, like, slop tuber.
I've seen what this freaking thing can do, and
This is exactly, by the way, how I would make videos when I was copying Leafy. I would talk exactly like this. Thank you, Drizzy, for the 7 months.
I feel like it's my duty to warn you all.
I said duty.
So please.
How did he get out, though?
Stay tuned.
Did he just jump off a ledge on accident and conveniently that's the way you escape?
For updates or anything I can provide for you. I feel like I'm really putting my neck on the line, but someone's got to do this. And if that someone's got to be me, then so be it. So please.
It's just actually perfect slop tuber. Like, just the unwarranted ego as well, making it all about them.
Don't forget to follow along, like, comment, and subscribe so you can stay up to date and see if I can give you any new warnings about what the hell's going on in TF2. And if you got the means, please subscribe to my Patreon to help me fund this little...
Would you rather have a slop tuber accent son or a TikTok accent daughter? That's the bigger question here.
...endeavor I'm going on. I got a feeling it's gonna be a big one. Sailor Man?
When you finally agree to let her eat your ass and she speed bags your butt clit with her mouth dick. Right, so I was reading chat, hopefully trying to find some kind of like reference or Easter egg. Was not expecting that.
Out.
Oh no, not the fucking notification bell. That's genius. We're gaming. I wonder if he uploaded like more videos on this. There are 2 digital infestations at play here, the server blight and the germa virus. Oh, that's really smart. So what they did is they started a channel and then they actually uploaded a fair amount of videos on there to trick people into thinking it was a genuine channel. That's so... Wow, that's really smart. I love that. I just want to watch one of his like actual normal videos.
What's up, gang? It's your boy Sailor Man hitting you with another base TF2 fact. And we're talking today about Scout's most underrated and underappreciated primary, the shortstopper. Now I know what you're thinking. Isn't Scout best for being up close in your face? And yeah, that's true, and that's why all the other shotties are pretty good. But this bad boy is great for when you want to do the classic hit and run.
Explain ARG. I can't tell if you're doing a bit or not. I mean, ARG, the definitions became a bit more loose now. It's like the word meta. It's became more loose, but its original meaning was alternate reality game, which means like a game within a game. Like there's different layers to it.
It's a drive.
But it's an ARG because they've obviously made this channel solely for the purpose of like feeding into the series.
Buys this spray and pray and run away. You know what I'm
ARG does not equal scary YouTube video.
saying, gang? It's just a based underused weapon.
Based
Plus, it's
underused
got
weapon.
the push function. And that's pretty funny, man. You know what I'm saying? When you push some unexpected bozo into a kill bind area. Fucking hilarious.
He uploaded like 6
gang.
of these.
And you know, it's got that, you know, medium to long range, and it's got some other cool stuff going on for it. But yeah, that shoving shit is the best I can say. It's like
I'm just waiting to see something racist in chat.
the funniest shit. But you know, it's a good primary because you know the other stuff it's got. Anyway, gang.
Wait, you can push people in TF2? Is that a mod?
Anyway, gang. Subscribe to my YouTube channel.
I don't remember that being a
On my
thing.
Patreon, and make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more base facts drops. Sailor Man.
Subscribe
out.
to my boy for more base content. I actually really enjoyed that. All right. I'm probably going to end stream. I have a meeting in like an hour, and I need to record another slop video before then. So I will catch you guys later. If I stream tomorrow, it will be Gartner Peak Peak. I need to play that game. But yeah, thanks for joining, guys. Appreciate it. Oh, wait, what's this dono?
Hi Pyro, before you go, I finally finished the detailed fear and hunger art of your character. Check Reddit. The speed paint is on my YouTube account, with a bonus scene at 4 minutes 3 seconds. Thank you for bringing my love of art back again, Pyro.
Base, glad to hear it. Yeah, I'll lurk the Reddit for a bit. All right, guys. Thanks for joining. Have a good rest of your day or evening or